Alive! We're back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in the usual manner of introduction, because I've remembered to do that this week. First up, we have Blackheart as...
Kirik Marsh.
We have Kronos as...
Shaxan Road Scala.
We have Hadden as...
Hilde.
We have Marcus as...
Corvus Underlass.
We have Sammy as...
Gifton Greysteel.
We have Tobias as...
Caspia Pierce Steel Shot.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap?
Friendly.
I can do it.
Alright, go for it.
Okay. We started out with Shax cataloging parts, writing lists for parts for the ship. It was found out that we need Shax to help get the parts in to the ship in general, so Cass attempted to go get Shax and hit a bomb in the process. Shax ended up getting a message from Telday after Cass was found. Scrim contemplated killing Corvus, who was left on his own, decided not to, because why not? Earlier, we also dropped off the buckets into the empty, brought the buckets back, during which Hadwin was drawing 2 letters on the deck. And then we don't know what the other letter was. It looked like, I believe, an A or a C or something like that.
Or a Q. Or a G.
Yeah,
Something with a curve.
Something with a curve.
Could have been abstract.
We finished
You could
getting
have
the
done a
parts
backward S.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
We finished getting the parts onto the ship and left. Taldy had a conversation with Scrim that we weren't privy to. We did the fireworks night, remembering lost ones. At which point, the fireworks were a final message for Taldy, and Gifton and Talday went down to the Mirage Arcane City that Gifton made to take a look at the, as Lost Souls Heaven once was, to see if it sparked anything in Talday, which it seemed to, but Gifton got no reaction as to if that had happened or not. And that was where we ended
Gifton
off.
didn't catch it. Yeah, and I think the sad little kobold sobbing on the deck, and like Scrim just said to the ones we've lost, or something like that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I
okay.
had some Scrim went with them as well.
Take yourself an inspiration.
Yeah.
Go ahead and draw it. And yes, Carrick?
I thought we were about to start, so I was going to say something for when we're starting. So I will wait until we're officially starting.
As in character.
Yes.
Okay. Go.
Carrick's going to pull out a handkerchief, because I'm pretty sure he's got one, because it's Carrick. And hand it down to Taldy. I'm going to have to get back into that name.
Taldy.
Taldy.
Yeah, Taldy will take it from you and sort of just dab her eyes. Seems to try to compose herself momentarily before she starts sobbing again.
Give her a hug.
Yeah. Carrick's going to give her a hug. It'll be okay.
She sort of hugs you back, burying her face into you, which a little pointy. She's got some of those ridges.
This is going to be every day someday
This is
soon.
practice. Practice.
Yeah.
You've got babies that are going to skin their knees and come to you, and they're like, "Oh, woo, woo,
I don't think it's going to be skinning knees. It's just going to be hard.
Yeah, it depends on what they skin it. All of it's a different track.
Yeah, the other ones. At least we don't have any spiky ones.
That you know of.
I'd imagine.
Nah, spiky kids were in a different game.
And as you're all sort of standing there in the aftermath of the light show, Gifton, you suddenly get a familiar feeling. The feeling of a sending coming through from one of your sending stones.
Nope. Put that out.
And you hear Kare's voice. Just saying, honey, could you tell Corvus to check for Druval in the Fardo? Haven't been able to find... Wait, there she is. Druval, get down from that... And that's where it cuts off. Because of 25 words.
Oh, great. Oh, kids. And then I'm gonna get a look on my face, and then I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna start checking pockets.
You check your pockets, and thankfully you seem to be child-free.
Let out a sigh
The
of
one
relief.
stuck in your hair, though, is a different story.
Yeah.
Sucking your hair, or that since evacuated pockets.
Carrick's going to pull out of his haversack a scroll case and roll the scroll into it and hand it to Teldy.
She'll take it from you, sniffling a bit. Thank you.
Welcome. This way you can keep it safe and dry.
Yes. Yeah, and she actually just sort of keeps clutching it, not really putting it away anywhere. Did you have anyone?
We've not everyone has, but not anyone that close. But yes, we have our friends that we've lost at Tarnstead and Thaldir, back in the one city.
Today's a good night to talk to them. But, I will be right back. Okay.
Okay.
And she's actually just going to sort of start heading below deck, wiping her eyes still.
But you keep the handkerchief.
Makes sense.
Gifton's going to start to sing, and she's actually doing a dance that doesn't go with the singing. I'm going to have her. She's doing one of the dances she remembers her grandmother doing for Silent Nights. And she's singing for her grandma.
Okay. Scream watches you, and then he looks over to Telday before he just sort of looks around himself a bit. Would you mind if I have a moment? I will not go far.
Of course.
And
you guys are down below.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
down. We're down in the city. I made a city.
And he walks down the street, essentially, about 50 feet from you, before he suddenly lets out this loud, resounding roar and starts pummeling his own chest.
Oh no, he's been listening to Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious, you will not see
Yes,
this.
because he starts going, "Baby, you're a fire."
Is this like gorilla, like pound on chest, or like literally like beating the crap out of yourself?
Beating the crap out of
I
yourself
thought
more.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts yelling names up into the sky. Jonas! Sigbjorn! Arvid! And he goes on for a good 30-odd seconds, occasionally just letting out his primal scream as he does. And there is a moment of pause before you very faintly hear him just go, "Tapani, I am sorry." And then his shoulders just slump a little bit, and he seems to take a few moments to compose himself before heading back towards you.
Wilde will just stand there and nod at his return, but not actually comment directly.
And he actually just stands there silently watching Gifton dance.
Kirk's gonna pull out the.
And you can hear that from the ship, yes, I think you were asking.
No, I was just saying, Kirk's gonna pull out the blue scarf
Okay.
and put it on.
There is no acknowledgement.
It's fine. Leave it on.
I'm going to, finish up what I'm doing and kind of look up at the sky for a minute and kind of, nod to myself and then go, "All right, well, I've had a bit enough of that, and I'm going to pull it out of my bag, one of my 2 big bottles of honey mead, and I'm going to look at Telday, realize he doesn't drink, shove one over into Scrib's hand, uncork, and start drinking."
Scrim will take it and start drinking himself. There's a moment of surprise on his face as it's a lot sweeter than he expected. But he basically downs the bottle very easily.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
I'm taking a big swig, feeling really proud of myself. I look over at Scrim drink and I get that flat look on my face, like, God damn it. You're way big drinking like way cooler than I do.
That he's been chugging.
Just... I should tell you that wasn't ale.
Ugh, it does the trick. And then he actually just raises his arm with the now empty bottle and just hucks it at a nearby building.
Yeah, take that building.
Like I go, don't litter.
Cass. Still bubbling in the water. This light show in the sky now finished, but still this strange illumination from the illusion of the city above. Things are starting to illuminate in the water as well. You know, noticing these just very faintly fluorescent lights starting to bob around you.
Oh.
And as you look around, it's a strange sort of semi-spherical top with these tendrils running from it. Ah, and there's another one there. And there's another one over there. And you seem to be surrounded by these strange, just drifting lights that are bobbing up and down, their forms seeming to undulate slightly.
I know what they are.
And it's almost as if they seem to be drifting towards the light above, although unable to breach the water surface.
Okay. Now they're spherical. Do they have?
Semi-spherical.
Tendrils are semi-spherical tendrils hanging down underneath them.
Yes.
I know what these are.
Like strange hats with lines running from them.
They're little bioluminescent thwomps.
Yes.
Cass is poking one of the spheres.
Okay. It just,
Oh, you're gonna get stung.
it just depresses a bit.
Jelly.
It's
So weird.
yeah, it's very soft.
Squishy. Cassie will keep it as friend.
Do you want to touch one of the lines?
No.
Squishy.
There's a lot of them now. Okay.
There
Cass is
seems to
moving
be a
out
whole
of the water.
score of them that seem to be just starting to drift up around you. You want to get up out of the water?
Yep.
Right, so you come to the surface and, well, no one's actually thrown a rope ladder down yet.
Are you gonna try and
Cass
climb
is
up onto the
whistling
city?
Cass will try to crawl up on the city.
Okay, so you dive down to try and give yourself a bit of a boost out of the water. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm hoping for a freewheeling moment here.
Don't slam into me and scram until day, please.
Now fly over us.
I don't trust this.
I'm not
She's gonna
reading,
hit. She's gonna hit your horn or Scrim's head with her hooves on the way over.
The horn should be fine.
Okay. Just was checking to see if I get any.
Don't believe so.
Yes, I
I don't think
No.
so.
Right,
I
but
don't think you needed it.
I don't think you needed it either. Yeah, you dive down a little bit and with a very smooth motion, just sort of out of the water and land very gracefully on the, well, strange street above.
Catch the dolphin of the land.
Cass has done this before. But Cass is landing, looking, and just trotting around.
Yeah, you start to explore the angelic city. Towdy emerges, somewhat composed. You can see her eyes are a little reddened, and she's still taking an occasional deep breath as if to try and keep herself calm. But she returns to just picking at the food that's been cooking. She smiles at you, Corvus, and
Yeah.
have you had many nights like this?
How do you mean?
I'm suspecting you are not actually from the homeland. Your accent is...
Oh, no. I was born in Hexenreich, but my family moved to Barras when I was a child.
Did you still celebrate?
We did on occasions when we thought it would be appropriate. My father told stories of it. And meine Mutter as well.
Are they still with you?
We sort of... No, this is... they are not.
She just nods and picks up a little, cup of ale and holds it up to you.
Oh.
Drink to them in their memory.
Dank.
And then she walks over to Shax. And she looks up at you, Shaxon, and just goes, feels like we're missing a lot more than we should. Not just family. Home is gone.
I'm hoping that mine are okay. My mother and sister were still in the homeland when I was forced to flee.
Where were they? One of the main cities or somewhere more remote?
I do not know for my mother. She and I have not spoken for some time, but my sister worked as a researcher as well, a little more successful than I.
She actually winces a little bit when you say that. Before we can only hope. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, did they ever teach you any of the old Scout songs where you were?
No.
Would you like to know some?
Certainly I would.
And Jax will actually attempt to start singing some of the old Scout songs. So
Okay. She will listen along, and you actually belt it out rather nicely. Maybe the drinking and food has helped you relax a bit, but it just seems to flow naturally. It feels almost like you're singing alongside some of your old comrades again. Sorry, have to swallow.
Who are you sending that to, Talday?
What?
Who are you sending that to?
Sending what to?
Oh, my apologies. My thing was scrolled up halfway through the chat log. It's like, what's going on? This doesn't work.
Carrick.
Sorry, I was doing the same thing. Yes.
Finally, you hear a sort of little rumble in your mind and go, Carrick, look, you're up late.
Yes, we saved a kobold from a facility, and just for celebrating, I guess, my first night of the Shooting Stars.
There's actually a sort of amused snort that comes through when you actually mention saving a kobold. And before there's a Shooting Stars. That's a holiday from Hexenreich, yes?
Yes, we have a couple on our ship now, and Taldi, the kobold, wanted to celebrate early.
It's good that you're making them feel comfortable.
Trying. You'd mentioned me bringing gift in there for you had something. How urgent do I need to be to get her there? Because she is not always the most.
Sweetie, at my age, everything is urgent. But I feel this would be important to her. I would like her to see it soon, but if you have other matters, then you have other matters. It's been here a long time. It's not going anywhere.
I will try too soon. I think she's a little worried she is in trouble.
She's not in trouble at all.
Oh, I know. I know there wouldn't have been a bring her here at that point.
Yes, I would have come to collect.
Yes. Maybe we've got roughly I don't actually remember how long we've traveled at this point.
Oh, God, so you're a couple of weeks out now.
And how long was the total trip supposed to take, roughly?
Frantic EMI starting month.
Okay, so there's still a good amount of time on the trip. Okay. We still have time on this trip. I'll try to convince her to come visit before we hit landfall.
Good. Well. Night of remembrance.
It's not the proper day for it, but
Oh, good. I thought I was getting confused, and that's very concerning.
No. And I'm gonna not say this very loud for sure because I don't want to make things worse. But she's lost 3 dragons, so.
Poor thing. Well, you make sure she gets wherever she's going safely.
Yes, she's with us on our ship, so once we get landfall, we'll figure out from there. But Hexenwright seems to be no more, so.
If you are to be remembering things today, perhaps you could drink to Daxton.
Do I know that name out of character?
You do not.
Who's Dexton?
My first love.
Wow, you're not. There we go.
Mhm.
That was some lag. Trying to, without directly asking, figure out if would that be a Noranian?
Yes, it is a very Noran name.
I'm guessing that is my great grandfather then.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
Still don't know much about him. Some point I would like to learn.
Then you must come visit.
We will.
Good.
She says tonight.
No, she sounds tired.
Perhaps on the morrow, if you are not busy. I can't imagine there's much keeping your attention over the sea.
I'd be surprised.
Doesn't know about that anti-magic field that made us fall down. But boom.
As long as we don't run into another.
Don't.
Tell her what? Should say another gold dragon.
Oh.
I'm not gonna
Say that either.
Don't say that. What are you doing?
Why?
She already just scolded you.
Run into enough.
Another facility.
Well, I can't imagine there are many of them over there.
I hope not.
Well, I'm going to get some rest. You have a good night, sweetie.
You too, grandmother, and I will remember him.
And do you feel that connection stop? Down below.
Hey, down below.
Jim has stood there for a minute watching you for
I'm gonna hand him the rest of my bottle because I can only drink so much of this.
yeah.
I'm gonna say as I shove it into his hands. You know, I don't think you're my enemy either. I'm just gonna like clap him on the like arm and like motion. Hey, should we head up? Is this rest for everybody?
Yeah, he looks down at the bottle briefly before he just nods and turns on the hill and starts to walk ahead of you a little awkwardly.
Awkwardly? Like how awkward?
As
Like is he
in-
having a hard time?
Drunk, I'm guessing.
No, he looks like he is sort of leaning to one side and limping a bit.
I'm not going to ask permission before I administer magical healing in my state.
You're just doing it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna heal him. I'm just eating some scroll. Do you want me to actually roll the heal, or do you want me to just take some slots away?
Just tell me what slot and what spell.
I'm doing 2 at level 4 for cure wounds.
Okay. He pauses slightly mid-stride before letting out a soft sigh, and you would have been far easier to deal with if you had hated me. Quite more than you apparently do.
I'm still really easy to deal with. I can't even keep down a bottle.
And then he's gonna look over at Talade and goes, "Does she not handle her ale well?"
Not
usually like
entirely sure.
100
He does
plus
not tend to
size.
drink too much around me. This may
So
be her
tall.
first time in a long time as well. Even
Yes.
for children.
I am grateful. Oh,
Very
Knight,
tall.
you should help her back to the ship. And he
He's
actually,
not a knight. He's just metal.
is quite drunk, and he's actually going to march forward. A lot better now.
Gifton, would you like assistance?
Yes, carry me.
I'm just imagining the flop at this point.
Gifton's gonna basically flop back at you,
Just
expecting
her
to be
up somewhat.
expecting the trust fall to work out for her.
Do you catch her?
You could remove the ring to make it easier.
yes.
No, she's not doing that.
No, that would actually possibly make it harder. The question is, would she fall? Would her head stay where her head is, or would her feet stay where her feet are?
Feet.
Center of
Or would it
gravity.
be in the
No, for the
middle?
ring, it's feet. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Carrick's going to, after talking to Grandma, also raise a glass of brandy and go for Daxton. And I think I got the name right.
Yep. Okay. Right. Telde helps Gifton back to the ship. And the rest.
Your eyes glow when you talk. She's doing that thing where drunk people start touching your face.
Mm-hmm.
She's touching till if I put my fingers in your faceplate, can you still breathe?
Oh, so
Telde, technically no, because you don't.
Poke.
Just imagining us all see Gifted just trying to cover
Right.
Telde's mouth.
And unless there is anything
Oh
people
no,
want to
I
do
cannot
together.
breathe.
Right, unless there's anything people want to do together, we are going to skip through the rest of the night. You'll have your little merry festivities together. Talking
It
about
takes Gifton a while to realize that she'll sleep better in the hallway with the ring off.
and eventually you can all settle down to sleep. Some maybe a bit later than others, depending on who's staying up drinking.
I already drank my
Yeah.
I'm done.
This isn't drinking. The last time she went drinking, she had her buzz stolen. So
Taldi actually stays up pretty late and notably seems to hold her liquor very well. And she's particularly chatty with the two Hexenreichers.
Just as a curiosity, is she drinking from full size or is she smaller?
Full size.
Okay.
Yeah, she is drinking far more than her size would suggest she should handle.
Oh, great. She's really a dragon.
No, she's really German.
She's really German, that's what it is.
But yes, eventually you'll end up in bed in one way or another.
oh my.
Gifton,
Yes.
you're dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a discoherent dream, as they often are. Not making much sense. But your dream seems to be trying to put some things together, nudging. And I'd like you to give me an intelligence roll, please.
I don't do that. I think you picked the wrong character.
I know.
You know what? I'm going to spend an inspiration. I know. Because I need it.
Okay.
As intelligence.
So you're going 15 feet.
I'm going 15 feet. All right, here's that intelligence roll. Just straight
That's
in.
sleepwalking, yo.
Mhm.
Straight in. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
No bonus. Yeah. Oh wait, I get
You get advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, 10's all I was looking for, so congrats.
You got it.
Yay! I had the lowest bar.
Gifton, you start awake. Your brain racing. Yeah.
I'll take this back.
No, I'm going to take that back. Thank you. Very cool. On table. And you're not sure what you're dreaming about, but you remember a carriage ride, and why did Care think Corvus would be able to check the Fardo?
I was wondering when that would come back.
I'm gonna start awake. And I'm gonna so suddenly Corvus's door. Corvus!
But
Corvus, I think something's wrong.
Telde, are you in the hallway?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm in my nightgown in the hallway, by the way.
Yeah.
Corvus gets up, opens the
That's
door.
the purple one.
I got my ring back on. Nightby. I just remembered when I was down in the state. Oh, my head hurts. Oh,
Yeah, your
my
mouth
head
feels
drains.
tacky.
Oh. Okay.
Corvus's arm.
Corvus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab you by the shoulders. Care wanted to know if you could check the Vardo.
We don't have a Vardo on the ship.
I know, but why would he ask if you could have checked out in the Vardo for him? He asked me that a bit ago. He said, hey, could you just ask Corvus to check out in the Vardo?
I don't understand. I mean,
Why are you there?
because I'm not. I don't.
No, but you are.
Did he misspoke?
Did you time travel? Do you remember time traveling?
That's not how it. I don't know. I haven't done that since the first time.
Have I?
Did you do it? Did I time travel?
I don't believe that you could.
But why does he think? Why does he think you're there? Why does?
Why don't we just ask him?
I can't because I used my stone already today.
Telde starts
prefer
fleeing
that I
from the
ask
hallway.
Lane's
Yeah.
out the hallway.
Not terribly loudly because my spell slowed down.
But you didn't go to Beacon?
No, I haven't been to Beat. No, I've been on the ship the whole time.
I look over at Telde. Telde, you were there when I got the message, right? Care said that he was there.
I did not hear the message.
Yeah, only you
but
hear
you
it.
saw me get the stone out, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Just tell Day,
I think you were
could
there.
you send a message
there.
to Care and ask if he did see me in Beacon within the last, what,
Day.
3 hours?
Day.
Day?
I will point out, would Gifton be able to remember she still has a response?
She does have a response.
I can't say if I didn't already do it.
Okay.
I think I might have been like, okay, I love you guys.
Mhm.
I really feel like I would have done that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I feel like you would have before you went to bed at least.
Yeah, I would have at least before I went to bed said, "Okay, I love you, bye."
And I'm pretty sure part of that was also, and I made sure there were no kids with me.
You drunk
Yes.
called him at night. Yeah.
I did drunk call my husband, so that happened. I'm just saying that I can't give myself that leeway to
I
say that
miss
I
your
saved
sexy
it.
body, your sexy butt.
Okay,
Those
so
albs.
I need to. Can we message Care Please Tell Day? I'm sorry to do that to you. Oh, this is gonna be really early for him.
I mean, you do have a bunch of children, so it's fine. You probably woke him up by now.
Oh,
Nice. That's a really well written sending.
okay. Alright, that goes off, and there's immediate reply, Telday. You hear, what time is it? Oh, he was here, earlier. He picked up the Fardo. Said you needed it. What? And then it ends.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it sounds like well,
We're gonna wait till it's until
yeah, tell day.
says
Mm-hmm.
our microphone.
And send
It's
him
too early.
another message before I convey anything else.
End of the day, using up those spell slots, right?
Thankfully, this is not after the long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could get sending. Send like 15 a day.
So many sendings.
Carrick would literally be like, this is one of those ham radio operators.
I become the actual one, just like
I'm not going to actually click the button again. I'll just take the spells down manually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Corvus, how much has the outfit style changed over the year? Has
Just wear and tear.
Just wear and tear?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, what time is it? About midday? Shortly after Gifton came by for the supplies for your party. He just looked like him. Bit cleaner. Why? What's up?
So technically, you have 2 responses. Is that how this works?
No, that's not how this works. This isn't sending stone. This is sending spell. It's different. Sending stone is nice.
The response from the spell.
That's it.
I will turn to the others, or kind of look more pointedly at the others. He says that Corvus was there around midday, shortly after you were there to pick up supplies. That he looked similar to normal, but cleaner.
I find myself quite clean.
Yeah, poor Tyke trying to convey, his clothes weren't so bad.
Tidy.
Yeah.
Look tidy. I'll look over Corvus and go, well, I'm worried about that.
We know that.
Oh, wait, I know what to do. I'm going to scry on the Vardo.
Hey, I was waiting for that. Okay.
We know that I've time traveled before. Because of the weird dragon message.
I'm going to take out my magic mirror. Because I'm not going full angel mode.
Mirror on the wall.
I'm taking out my silver ball mirror that I have. I'm going to hold it out. And I'm going to start doing wooju, wooju, wooju. And I am scrying on the Vardo. Where's my Vardo at? I'm figuring we're familiar with this.
You have to choose a creature.
Oh,
Scry is creature, it's not object.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, he would have had to take one of the horses.
Would he? Do you want to scry him on the horses?
Yeah, I'll try scrying on the horses first. I might as well.
Okay.
Because
Right.
he would have had to do something to get it going.
One
right?
second.
So
1 second.
Ooh.
While I open up a horse.
Second Corvus is going to see it.
I am familiar with. I'm familiar with the horses too.
All right.
They're my friends.
Wisdom.
I talked to them.
Holy shit! But I don't think it beats the DC.
Nope.
Yeah. You see Osula. In stables, back in Beacon. The other horses around him.
Shit. All right. I think I can prepare the one that lets me look for items, but it's complicated. I'd have to rest and do it.
What are you doing with the mirror?
Well, you can finish your rest and do it.
It's the scrying, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to scry on the Vardo itself, or could I try to? I'm gonna try. I might as well, because I'm gonna be losing spots anyway. I'm gonna scry on Corvus that's not this Corvus, but more tiny.
Right. So
Try on cleaner Corvus.
Oh God!
Unfortunately-
side by side view.
unfortunately, Corvus, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, with the modifiers, what's the spell save DC?
20. No, I can't beat him.
20. Yeah, no, you cannot. Yeah, you get no luck.
No luck. I think that whoever the stranger is resisting me.
Oh, it's not me. It's someone masquerading a disguise.
I mean, actually, you could have him beat if you would have grabbed his arm. If you have a body part and you're familiar, it's a negative 15 to the save.
Either somebody got the best of care in a disguise looking like myself and stole the Vardo.
I don't know how somebody could do
Actually,
that.
You know what? I'm going to rule on this. Because I'm looking at the last bit of, instead of targeting, you can choose a location. Technically, this is moving and not a location exactly, but I can't imagine not being able to target the inside of a room that will always look the same, even if it's shifted. Because, celestial movement.
Could I have scried on the inside of the Vardo?
Yes. Would you like to do that for your second one or your first one?
Yeah, I'll do that for one of them. I don't care which
The second one.
Okay.
Right, you think, okay, inside of Vardo, I can remember what that looks like, should work. And you look into the mirror, and you see only blackness.
The Vardo is someplace weird, and blackish.
Complete black, as in
Like
no
solid,
light.
There's no light, like absolute darkness. I do not know what is going on with this vision. Do the gentlemen have something like this?
It's under a tarp. I'm scared.
I mean, I'm not. You know how I feel with.
Can Cass pipe in from down below at this point? Because I figure everyone's
Down
being
below?
loud.
No.
Why
No, this is a metal ship.
why aren't you sleeping in your room?
Rooms are tiny.
Okay.
Remember,
Corvus doesn't know magic, so he wouldn't think of magical darkness or anything like that. So it's just like, maybe it's not something that you can see.
Maybe. I'll try and see if I can focus my energies towards something to locate it where it's at. But somebody stole our Vardo.
My father wrote in the book about finding objects. Maybe something I can cobble together with a spell.
I can cast spells that let me find objects, but they have to be within a mile. So.
I guess it's the same one. He just had different words for it.
What use is there for stealing the Vardo?
It has. I don't know what's in it anymore. We've kind of abandoned it.
I haven't abandoned it. I keep it up quite well. It's got my good dishes.
Dishes in the Vardo.
What
In case
would
we go
home.
traveling to some place where there's other brownies and I want to host a nice little, soiree.
there is your whole little house in there? That is right.
Yeah, I've got like a whole second house there. It's like my summer home.
Maybe it was like of 10,000
We were planning
brownies
on
in a
picking up the
Corvus
Wintercroft
outfit.
and just like see if we could talk the other brownies into coming in and maybe just riding south without letting them out. It's not kidnapping. It's just,
Well, that doesn't sound creepy.
prisoners.
Perhaps
eyes.
someone other than Care may have run into this Corvus.
Maybe, but I don't know who.
We could go to Beacon in the morning if you wish. I mean, we're sailing on a boat for how many more weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would like to
I
stretch
mean-
my legs more than the decking of this ship.
Oh, I'm sure Carrot could get you there and I can get you back. That'll be fine. So. All right. Well, we should get back to sleep. I think they're also making a bunch of racket in the hallway. Sorry, everybody. Open up the hatch. Sorry, Cassie.
Cassie, you're woken up by Gifton going, "Sorry, Cassie," down into the.
The old-
Yes, it's just like, what?
then I'm closing
The
the
ever
door.
classic. Are you awake?
Did I wake you? Close the lid. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back over to my thing, scoop up Dingus, and give him a hug.
I should probably inform Care of something so that he does not stay up worrying.
Tell him to be worried.
Someone stole the Vardo. We're going
Tell-
to figure it out tomorrow.
Tell him that's the Bardo thief.
Do they hang
Out of
Vardo
character.
thieves?
Out of character, I have a guess on it, but in character, I'm not playing character who has enough knowledge on the event to know.
Particularly from the fact that you're not.
I have a feeling the
Actually,
Bardo's
in
sitting
this
in the empty
discussion.
right now, is what I
Yeah.
would assume.
Yeah, no, Vardo's sitting in the empty. It totally is.
It totally is.
Well, at least it would be easy to track down in the end.
How dare they steal our home and take it to the empty, is what I have to say.
I mean, theoretically, I can tell one reason it might not be on the empty. Given previous evidence we got, you're able to actually connect to it. That means it's on
Oh.
the same plane.
I have one other thing I'm going to cast.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. Let me double check what the spell does, because I can cast Augury a couple times a day for free. So I'm just
How many
gonna see.
windows did the Vardo have?
2.
Two actually.
or
yeah.
three?
Yeah, only two, I think.
Front, back, and door, maybe?
It didn't have a door window because that would be that bit opened up and would be facing upwards,
Oh,
and
it
that could be
did,
damaged. Yeah, it had front and back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You hear what? It was very much Corvus. Okay. Well, I'll see you. See you tomorrow then. Tell my wife I love her.
Surprising news, Gifton. Your
Yes.
husband loves you.
Really? After everything that I've done?
Well, I
What,
assume
12
he may
babies
be
didn't account for
mildly
much?
annoyed by the numerous children that he has to look after alone at the moment, but yes.
Oh, he loves them.
I'm going back to bed.
Night night.
And you all
And the
filter,
hallway people go back to bed.
you all filter back to bed and go into sleep. Maybe a little troubled, but sleep nonetheless.
Sorry, Corvus. Apparently, I remembered things I didn't mean to.
Morning comes, and yes, you all filter into your awake states.
I'm gonna go fill a bucket up with ice and go deliver it at Scrim's door.
Okay, do you knock or you just leave it outside?
I knock.
Yeah, she's here. Yes.
Ice.
Thank you.
Housekeeping?
I'm gonna wander off. Get breakfast. Carrick, better have bacon today.
Do we even have bacon on the ship?
No.
Okay.
You might have some leftovers from last night, though.
Yeah. It's the leftover from last night.
Yeah. All right, I'll eat that. That was good.
Gifton.
Yeah.
I spoke with Grandma yesterday.
Oh, you sound like you're talking to a can.
Yeah, Carrick is taking a drink at the moment.
Yes, it was.
Yep. It was
Are
actually
you,
a bottle.
are you trying to hide your lips while you talk to me, Carrick?
Yes.
Also, we have an issue. We need to go to Beacon. Corvus was seen taking the Vardo yesterday.
Again, it wasn't Corvus. It's somebody.
Corvus was seen. That doesn't mean you did it. You were here.
It is possible that he did do it.
It is possible you do it.
Him.
Oh no! What if you're taking the Vardo to go get exploded in Dulvewood?
Why? Why would I blow up a Vardo in Dulvewood?
Because you left it there as a sign saying the tavern. Remember, you went in the tavern because you saw the freaking Vardo outside. You said
Predestination paradox.
yeah. Wait, what is that even? What are those words?
That's not for like several more months, though.
But like, actually, you're saying
but what if you
everything
stole it from the past now because you had to steal it and then you took it to the future?
So I just kept it in the future until the time to deliver it to the past? It doesn't make any...
Maybe you just had to go back and get it and you kind of lost track of what time you were going to. I mean, how much control do you have over what time you're going
None!
to? So what? Then my theory is completely good. Hi, Taldi. So you clearly went back, stole the Vardo, then you go to the future.
You're talking of time travel.
Yeah. So if that's true, then maybe that was you that stole the Vardo yesterday.
Sorry for my future crime?
Yeah, but we should still check it out, because what if that wasn't you? What if that was somebody using illusionary magic?
Cass is stumbling for coffee and just kind of pops off.
Cassie!
There is someone you can ask about time travel.
Corvus stole the Vardo.
Who do we ask about time travel?
Attack check.
What?
Come on, crit.
Okay, so roll.
You know much about time travel, Taldi?
No one does. It's theoretical.
5.
The most you can do is stop it briefly.
Hey, Cass.
I've seen the stop magic before.
This is an
really neat.
improvised weapon.
I got to see it happen, and it made the rain slow down.
If you're throwing something,
raindrops...
it's just your strength.
Yep.
Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Hadwin can't be surprised. If that means he can't be surprised, he is vigilant. Which means if there's an attack coming, he's going to be vigilant of attacks. Yes?
Yes, but you still have to give him commands to make him do things.
Yeah,
I guess so.
I'm pretty sure that sells past whoever you're throwing it
doesn't
at.
hit.
Yeah.
Please do not break.
What?
Please do not break the
Yes, I stole the Vardo while I was drinking ale with Taldi and
someone who looked like Corvus took the Vardo yesterday from Care.
Yes, illusion magic would be a far more likely guess. Taldi says, as if you guys are crazy because of doing time travel.
Care has described him as being very similar to Corvus, although he looked cleaner.
I know.
She looks over at Taldi looks over at Corvus and goes,
Corvus
he's very clean.
He's very clean. He just has very tatty clothes. You should really just let him make new clothes.
They are purpose clothes. They are meant to look like this.
They're worn. You should let me make you new clothes.
Why would I wear new clothes to just be scuffed up and ruined some more?
So you
just
look
keep
nice.
The old ones. I can look nice when I choose to look nice.
Allie, would it be investigation or insight to roll for figuring out that he means
whether
a ship with words and cleaner?
Insight.
See, the problem is, it wouldn't be insight into me. It would be insight into care.
I'm glad it fell because I have trouble justifying it anyway. But yeah,
Mend the clothes.
you're gonna mend Corvus's clothes.
Wonderful.
There.
They look so pretty. They are just going to get ruined in the first combat that we have.
Just piling up a pile of plate of food. Anyway, we're gonna go to Beacon.
So it doesn't actually remove any of the various chemical stains and such that have actually seeped in. Some of the frayed hems mend up and so on.
Yeah. Well, I guess that will
perhaps
fall into
that is what Care was describing.
Oh, maybe that was. Anyway,
I mean, it could have been a thing where someone, if they're using illusionary magic, the last time that they saw myself,
you were cleaner, yes.
More cleaner, not as scuffed up.
Who needs to go? Who needs to go to Beacon to do this investigation? Because me and Carrick have to go. Because
well, obviously me.
Corvus?
Yes, Cass.
There is potentiality, I think is the word, because there
depends on the context of your sentence.
Yeah, the entire incident with you passing out, me sticking my head in the empty, and I think multiple Lady Gentles showing up. Is there a chance that happened to us?
Well, hold on. How many Lady Gentles showed up?
2.
When was this?
I was just saying, Cass wasn't with us for that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Carrick was the only one, I think, besides.
Yes, if I recall.
Purpose. Possibly Telday.
Well, I know she talked about the fact that there's another version of her, but I don't remember who she talked about it with when she came to visit.
It was when we did our little communications with her. She wanted to go back in time. We saw her. She was there.
But
we went back in empty. She left.
Didn't she come see you? And she actually mentioned.
Yeah, she mentioned. She mentioned that there's.
You.
Yeah, she mentioned it. Yeah.
Yes, but they're all in their independent timelines. I don't know.
I think out of character.
There's a mix of out of character and in character talking happening here, I believe.
Yeah. We need to reel it back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go on a different route for this. Gifted, I guess this will overpower it. Grandma was hoping I could bring you to see her today. She said you were not in trouble. If you were in trouble, she would have been here to collect personally. But she says it is something that you need to see.
Why don't
we drop somebody? No, we can drop people off in Beacon, and then me and Carrick can go do that. You can't leave Beacon without us anyway.
Yeah, and I can get back to Beacon from Grandma's. Yes, you can.
Well, yeah, you can. Well, do you want to just go on your own then?
I am not.
Well, if I go on my own,
the right idea.
Yeah, I don't think.
Do we want to leave Hadwin here to see if anything more comes of whatever he was doing?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm just worried about how few people were leaving on the ship. But
well, Hadwin is not going to do anything without me telling him anything.
Demonstrably incorrect.
When I am in the same plane of existence.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you could get stuck there, and then Hadwin would be loose and wild.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Well.
Towdy takes a bite of a bit of bread before who is Hadwin?
His construct.
His slave.
The Necromech.
The lumbering thing comes down the hallway and stands in the corner.
I like to think it gets stuck in the doorway momentarily.
Turn your shoulders, Hadwin.
All right. Well, you figure out who's coming with. I'm going to wave my fork vaguely at the group, and I'm going to put the fork into Dingus so he can eat the food. For the food.
The first word.
The fork's going in. And then I'm going to go. But
speaking of utensils,
I just don't like you going in the empty by yourself. That's me. But at the same time, we don't have the people to spend on it.
I can.
There are a lot of fires right now that everyone has questions on. Let's just pick one thing and do that. So let's go to Beacon, figure out what the purpose of this Vardo thief is, and then if you two want to abscond off to Carrick's grandmother's, you can.
How about we make some concessions, right? The three of us are going to Beacon via your methods. And Gifton gives a shudder at this. Through your methods, we are going to Beacon. When we get there, you can go do your investigation. Carrick and I will go to Grandma's. When you are done, you take my methods back to the ship because I don't like you using that thing too much because it makes things come hunt you.
I actually want the thing to hunt.
No, on the boat, no.
Right.
No, on the boat. So don't
an objective.
How do we know
also,
that?
Why do you want to hunt the poor thing? That's just mean.
Also, how do we know killing it doesn't make your eyes stop working?
Yeah.
That's a terrifying thought that hadn't occurred.
Well, then
there's that moment thought of why would it? Why wouldn't it?
Why wouldn't it? Oh shit!
They are still linked somehow. So
let's put this off to the side and have a later discussion on that.
All right. Well, look. So if that's the way it is, Cassie, Dax, and Telde, you're gonna have to be on Scrim watch. Telde, I'd appreciate it if you don't tell Scrim we're not around.
Certainly, and I can watch your necromech if you want. I've worked with them before.
Yes. Come with. I don't know if you go to the same spot. Yeah. Why don't you come with me, Towdy? And Hadvin follow.
Hadvin follows along as does Towdy.
Bye-bye.
Jax will actually follow as well.
Are we sure that sending Corvus to investigate is the most prudent way to actually get to the center of this?
I don't know, but his eyes see crazy shit. So I'm kind of hoping maybe he'll spot something. Like maybe he can see if it was him. Maybe he can see if he teared the air there before, because he said he followed a tear that somebody else tore to get to the time travel thing. Remember? So I'm thinking if fake him, like if it was actually him from like another. This is hard. Okay, but if he came back in the recent times and he can track it back and go, hey, that wasn't me, but that was me because that's my mark, then he can go, oh, that was actually me from the future, and that narrows it down to at least we know it was actually Corvus, and he's the only one I think that could spot that. As for the rest of it, I don't know. I don't know how to track down the Vardo. I mean, it's all I see when I scry on it is blackness.
You can ask Aya.
I don't go for the gods I usually go for Raz, but I mean, that's not like important shit. This is just this is just maybe Corvus took the Vardo. And we should find out if it actually is stolen or not first. We
also know Miss Lady Heya has quite a bit on her hands.
Yeah. I mean, you could try praying to her, Cassie, and if she likes you as much as she likes any of us.
I'm pretty sure all that entire group and cluster don't care too much for me. Hey, a little bit more likable towards me, but...
Well, I mean, talking to people is the first way to, bridge that gap. All right, well... I'm going to go make sure Scrim eats his food because otherwise he's going to lurch out here eventually and this will be mostly gone. They're going to go upstairs and do their thing. Carrick, I'll meet you on deck after, or do you want me to be in your room? Meet you in your room.
Using my method to eat my room, but before Gifted wanders off and hears it's for Scrim, he's going to pile some extra food on there.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm loading this down. Yeah. I'm loading down big boy breakfast, and then I'll go deliver it.
Yeah, I was thinking it was more for Gifted and Dingus, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. Oh, it's for him. Okay, here, have more.
Yeah, but Go ahead and do whatever. I'm just delivering food.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the last time that I did this, he was scoring the wood or metal. What is it, metal or wood?
It's metal on the decking. No, there's
Scoring-
metal, and then there
No,
are
wood
some
on
wood
the deck.
paneling. Yes.
And he was going for the wood paneling on the deck.
Yeah, the wood is mainly for actual grip of foothold.
He was scoring the wood with his claws and wrote that, or what that ever is. And the hypothesis is, if I go back, he will continue.
Is he writing in Hexenreich or Latin?
Don't know, because he's not really from any of them.
It was only a letter and change, so I do not think we really have enough to go off of.
I mean, if it was I in Hexenreich, there would be a ICH right here, but there's obviously a space between the I and the...
Well, there's a little semicircle there. That could be the C. He might be writing the letters far apart.
It could be. Well, this is going to take a while if that's the case.
It's going to be really awkward.
If he's writing this in Hexenreich, we have not got the time for this to get written. There are too many letters in this language.
There's
really
a
awkward. He reaches the edge.
No, there's a certain part of this text where he has to write pen, and it becomes Kugelschreiber.
He's communicating in compound words.
No, he's using emojis.
Now,
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, this is new to me, so I don't know what he will do otherwise than after this. So,
all you know is scared Gifted.
Feel free to destroy him if necessary.
What is his shut-off command?
He doesn't have one.
Actually, from where he was, calmly, as he's loading the rifle, go, do not worry, destruction is already on the table if he did anything.
Okay, as you say.
It's not a mechanical thing like...
Well, I know, he is an necromech.
He's infused with magics that aren't more... I'm not really sure it's magics, but he's infused with something that's not easily accessible to others. I've only been able to do that through my unfortunate dealings with this organization.
She just nods in a non-understanding way.
Organization.
Huh? Not this organization, a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, the way you said that, it made it sound like this.
Yeah, it made it sound exactly like this one.
My unfortunate dealings with Gifted and Company.
Okay. Right, you are able to get things in order. Get yourselves prepared.
All right, we'll wait in character room for Corvus.
Yeah, and Corvus can come down and join you.
We have to do it in the rooms. They're so cramped in here.
You know why we're doing it in the rooms? Because we don't need Scrim trying to run into a freaking portal that you're opening, and we don't need to scare a whole bunch.
Oh, that's right. I'm not circling.
Yeah, you're not circling.
You're not circling yet.
Good. I don't need to waste.
All right.
Not yet. Save
Do
that.
I have to relay the rules to you?
No, I am familiar with the rules. I usually remind.
Well, I'm still going to do it as safety procedures dictated by the.
Gifton's grabbing her ears and pulling them down.
Am I still under the rules of not?
I'm dismissing Dingus.
Okay, I was going to ask: are the pseudo dragons coming physically? Are they staying behind?
I'm giving Dingus a big kiss and a hug, and I go, "Okay, safety time. Go into the food room. I'll see you on the other side."
You get these brief mental flashes of "Mummy, come too" before he's
Bye-bye.
This is very rude.
Yes, Merrick, you probably should also.
Corvus.
And
as you're watching them, fuss over their pseudo dragons and dismiss them as Merrick pops out of existence. You had a pseudo dragon. Last you saw, you had left him at home.
Yeah.
Hopefully you left food out for him.
I did. And arrangements.
Several days worth of food.
I know where
He probably told Care to look after him.
Well,
Her.
you didn't, but don't worry, the pseudo dragon's alive, as you will find out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, it's not a little skeletal pseudo dragon.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just raise it from the dead, and it'll be fine.
Ooh.
Oh, that baby's coming home with Gifton and Care then.
Undead?
Yes, undead.
Okay.
It'll come home undead. I'll res it proper.
Alright,
Reincarnate it.
so you're doing your cut, Corvus?
Reincarnate.
Yep.
Alright, who's through first?
Pushing his hand forward.
I'm going
Oh,
first because
great.
I'm scared.
This is how you deal with scaredness.
Yeah, I guess it's got a ring on, by the way.
Yeah. Alright,
I've seen the liquid of the love there, and I'm not swimming my way
so
through.
you feel your
Going on.
your boots slipping into the liquid of the empty.
I don't like it. 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 I don't like it.
And
Saying it is not going to make it any better.
I'm chanting it.
Carrick,
Walk in
you
after.
hear turn. Corvus, you hear the turn.
Yes.
Gifton.
You're always asking.
You hear the little sister.
Ah. I'm gonna call back Enochian. Hello.
That's
Okay.
probably not a very good idea.
Come home to us.
Going home. It's that way.
Turn.
No, it's the other way.
Okay, and under protest, you you make your way forward. Corvus, you see the point not too far away. On the deck, Adwin lurches, and his claw thump into the decking, right where it had left off before. And oh my God, he is writing letters far apart. As he leaves, he finishes off the C and carves in a H. And then there's an even bigger gap.
Oh my God.
He's
Okay.
writing in Hexenreich too.
O. M. And Corvus, you've reached the point.
Alright. Pushes everyone out.
Bye, family. Okay, going through.
You step on through. Corvus, you exit.
Nicer than you guys said they were.
Yep.
I've
Okay.
always said they're nice. I'm just not allowed to turn anymore.
To the exit.
So far, for those on the deck, this is as far as Hadwin has gotten.
Oh,
Mm.
in there.
Shax will actually flip another page of his notebook and just write that down quickly.
Okay. But Beacon team, you have arrived in Beacon. It's a nice early morning. There are people in the streets, Warforged, give you waves, familiar faces.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. And
Oh, good. Sorry.
and Corvus,
Checking my boots.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't have any empty on me.
there is something very strange. You are used to seeing creatures, strange glimpses of things darting in the shadows, moving in corners. You're not used to seeing them quite this concentrated.
Corvus will be slow turning and just looking around.
Those strange towering giants that you often see in the distance, one far too close to feel really comfortable for you. Small little skittering creatures keeping to the odd angles of the buildings, darting into corners, darting into turns, and eyes, blinking eyes, so many of them everywhere. Every shadow seemingly infested.
Are our winged friends around again?
They
Not,
are.
not winged friends, my friends.
I mean, like basically our winged friends, right?
Mutations of them, vague representations, more.
Does that make me a mutation of them?
In the scientific form, yes.
I think you're fine how you are, Gifton.
Oh, let me give Carrick a hug. Well, we're gonna go do our thing. Are you gonna be okay doing your investigation?
Before we step off, should I could go check in at the tavern and see if any of them saw Corvus yesterday.
Yeah, we could all do some talking, I suppose.
I was going to ask that because most my little staff I have would probably remember.
The things, Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Do they linger, or as Corvus focus on them, do they just kind of skitter away?
They don't seem to be moving in response to your focus of them, but they do move, seemingly going about business. Looks like some are hunting other things, chasing little darting creatures about. Some just linger there, staring at, not always at you, elsewhere about. It just seems like movement of wildlife, as if you weren't even there.
They have an idea about them.
All right. Well, I guess me and Carrick will just start asking around town.
I'll go check my house. Business, medical, lab. You didn't hear the last part.
Okay. Right. So you head towards your place.
Yeah.
Carrick and Gifton, you want to just start asking about?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to ask about.
Right, go ahead and just give me a couple of investigation rolls, please. Gifton,
There's my... Yeah.
you get distracted because, oh my god, there's your husband and your children. Looks like they're out on a morning stroll.
We go off to have a picnic and, lots of fun times. We go over to the theater and we watch the early morning play. And we just have a great old time, and it's just such a good time.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Do you want 2 rolls or 1 roll?
Just the 1 roll will do. Carrick, you ask about, and a lot of people actually saw Corvus come into town on horseback and actually leading horses. He had 4 of them in total.
Bastard.
And it seemed nice enough. Usual Corvus hellos, which was stilted but amiable. And he was seen heading towards the Rockgrain household, and then to collect the Fardo.
Can I find out which way they came into town, which way they left town?
Yes, he seemed to come into town from the north, the trade route.
And did they leave the same way?
He did indeed leave the same way.
God, next time I build a Bardo, I'm putting a freaking boot on it.
A movable rod hidden somewhere in the Fardo that you can turn on.
Rod.
I mean, either to destroy it, which means we have to make a new
horrible
one,
grinding noise.
It's just going to come out the back and not be anything.
Just make it part of the Vardo and just have a button.
Corvus.
Yeah.
There's something immediately concerning when you get to your place. That's not your door. Most notably, not your door at all. Not the hinges, not the woodwork. It's closed.
Is it the same key?
You're gonna try your key?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same key.
They replaced the lock in a new door. Something happened.
Who's the other wood crafter besides Cass in this place?
There's a few now. There's a couple of Warforged. There's a dwarven gentleman who's very, very passionate about his woodcraft.
Was Cass maybe apprenticing anybody in the year?
Not directly. She may have given tips and so on, but
Cass was too busy.
yeah, she was very busy.
A spare mask or anything, right?
I had my own, which I had with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There may be 20 more down in the basement, but you don't know that.
No, I'm just saying.
That's
The question of yes, no, are there? Because those could be gone now.
Are you heading in?
I would say Corvus would have made a couple, but it's not like an ungodly amount.
Yeah.
You heading into your house?
He will make note of that and then see if he can find the dwarf crafter.
Okay, so you're not heading. Oh, you're heading in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. You open up your strange new door, And as you step in, it looks like a little bit of chaos went on in here. Notably, the room adjoining the kitchen, it's basically study. It's not exactly a grandiose place, you know.
Simple.
There looks like things have been knocked off shelves. There are scattered books. And as you look in through the doorway into the kitchen, oh my god, every door is open in there.
He's going to go to where the hidden door is.
Mm-hmm.
Has the case been shifted where the hidden door is?
No, it has not. It's not that you can tell. You want to do a more in-depth investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
I hope you roll better than I do. You might get distracted and have a picnic with my family.
It's Corvus, so likely.
You check. Doesn't, by the dust and such, doesn't look like it's been shifted. You even check the little bit of string you have adjoined to the wall behind it that would have snapped once it had been moved, and that is undisturbed.
Huh. Where's the pseudo dragon?
Not here.
He's going to go to the little area where he's built a small living area for it. Not like a cage, but like a proper little play area and stuff.
Not there.
Okay. He is going to leave and shut the door.
Okay. You shut the door behind you, lock it, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, where's that dwarf?
Right, you head off to meet the dwarf. Meanwhile,
It's just racist.
Gifton. Kaya's taking you home. He figures they can come collect you when they're ready, and it's nice to have some time at home with his wife. And
I'm sure Carrick's going to be really busy, and we probably won't even see Grandma today.
And besides, kids have done some wonderful colouring. I think you're gonna love it. Some of it's on the walls. Yeah.
Look at the blue bob.
But when you arrive home, there's the usual array of pseudo dragons that assault you, including Corvuses.
Oh, can somebody come visit?
Oh wait, hang on. So yesterday's Corvus wasn't Corvus, right?
No.
In that case, we haven't talked about that. Yeah. So I had to rescue this little one.
Oh no! What happened?
Well, someone in the street saw it pressed up against the window of Corvus's house, beeping at every passerby. Just looks like it had run out of food, been left. It's been 2 weeks.
No. He would have done it properly. He wouldn't leave the thing starving. No.
Well, you're the one leave a large amount of food for a pet.
I know. I
eat
wouldn't
as much
have,
as it wants.
I wouldn't have done that either. Corvus would have not done that irresponsible to the pseudo dragon.
Well,
he would have arranged somebody.
Did you make a point of saying you did it?
No.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing as well, Marcus. Corvus actually has a history of overlooking those close to him, his nephew, so on.
True.
Yeah, he has a tendency to just forget that. Oh, I need to keep track of that and keep.
He gets engrossed in his work, in his duty, in his mission.
Okay, that's just Marcus out lashing with taking care of animals, I guess.
Yes. There was no mention of any of the pseudo dragon's arrangement whatsoever.
Yeah.
And with Corvus's history, I'm saying it's a very fair assessment on my end.
I agree with that. Then yes.
Yeah. Oh, poor baby. Oh.
It was all right. I mean, it looked like he'd barely been a day without food. He just ruffled through the pantries and upon finding nothing,
panicked.
Oh,
but they're very food centric.
Yeah, I took the hinges off of Corvus's door and damaged it slightly in the process, but you know.
Oh no.
We got it all fixed up.
Got it all fixed up, so it's not been robbed, right?
Oh, okay. No, we got it.
Oh, Corvus isn't gonna think that's been robbed, is he?
I don't know.
Oh well, that'll be fun for him. Oh, by the way, summon Dingus back. How's the food room, sweetie?
Dingus sort of looks around, and then his eyes widen a bit as he realizes where he is, and he starts beeping happily at all of these little children fluttering about, and is quickly off to find Dazzle. Doesn't even reply to you about the food room.
By the way, I can send Dingus to a place called the food room, and apparently it's like it's unending amounts of food.
Do you have any trouble getting him back out?
He wants me to go in. I'm actually convinced if I go in, we'll never get out.
Cat just nods as if, yeah, sounds about right.
Also, the scrim thing's really hard.
I'm sorry, dear. Is he being problematic?
I want to hate him so bad.
Should he? He took everything from us.
Yeah, but sounds like his people had like a bunch of shit happen to them, and it's people hurt people to get. It's that cycle that I don't like, you know. I don't know. I wish he could be a bit more of a monster for me. That'd be great. It'd be a lot easier to hate him. A lot easier.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's easy having to stay with it. You get to know someone whether you want to or not, right?
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, hey, I had a reason why she originally liked him. So
everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah. Anyway, but we have all the best mistakes in the world,
and
and I'm sure Carrick's never coming to get me, so I'll be here all day.
Speaking of Carrick,
Yes.
Yeah, Carrick, you've basically finished up your investigations, and yeah, I mean, you know illusion work, and somebody would have seen through it. Somebody.
Yeah.
But everyone that seems to have seen Corvus seems convinced it was Corvus.
Corvus stole our Vardo, everybody. Remember this.
I'm gonna go try to find the other two.
Corvus stole our Vardo, and apparently my husband stole
so
his
you start a
pseudo
new
dragon.
round of investigations to figure out where they went, and you start heading towards the Brockred household. Corvus.
Yeah.
You go to see the carpenter. Dwarven one, Warforged one. Who are you going for?
Dwarf.
Okay. All right. You
Forged.
you arrive at the little shop of the Dwarven carpenter, who he is also one of those strange, beardless ones. Strangely enough, Beacon seems to be attracting a lot of
oddities.
Freaks.
Yes, freaks. Thank you. That's the word.
Goddamn word.
Yeah. Yes. Outcasts.
We're good at it.
Stains on society.
We're good at it.
And as you come on in, he looks up from. He just seems to be shaving down a plank of some sort for some variety of reason that carpenters do. You can see the sort of curls of wood littering the floor as he runs his blade along it. And he looks up and goes, Mr. Atlas.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. What can I do for you?
So, was my house broken into?
No, not really. Sort of.
Well, the door is new, and it looks like there's been a ruckus inside, so...
Yeah, I would have thought there'd been talked to about that. You sued a dragon.
No,
Mr. Grey still got him out of your house.
He has a moment of just...
Literally, this happened like day 2 because Corvus did buy like 2 weeks worth of food, but that pseudo dragon just went through
And
it.
it's entirely possible.
I'll give him some credit. Day 3.
Alright.
There's a very fat tummy pseudo dragon out the window.
Care
Sorry.
busted into my home.
Yeah, well, I didn't see it happening, but I was called out to help fix up your door. It looks like he damaged the woodwork when he took the hinges off.
I see.
I figured at that point, rather than making a weak repair, may as well give you a new door.
No, fair enough. My apologies on that.
No
Sorry.
worries. Any problems with the door? I'm sure I fitted it right.
No, it's... But, what?
No, I'm sure I fitted it right.
Yeah, it did. Yes. Sturdier. So, hopefully it will hold up better.
Ain't much you can do when it's the hinges.
Yeah. We need to think about
It's the blacksmith.
We also may want to think about having internal hinges into doors, so it'll be less liable for possible breaking and entry through that method.
Maybe. I reckon that door was coming off no matter what.
Yes.
It was the door or the window. Be thankful it was the door.
Speaking of which, did you happen to see me yesterday?
I don't know, but a few people mentioned he popped by.
Okay. Intriguing, since that wasn't me. So
You got a relative that looks like you?
if I did, they would likely be dead.
Right.
And he would turn and walk off.
Likely be dead about every.
Yeah, he looks a little confused and concerned as you head on off.
Great, let's just tell random dwarf guy some really ridiculous, confusing stuff.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Car.
Right, so you head towards the Brockgren household.
Oh no, everyone's coming here.
Right, as serendipity goes, because the DM demands it, you and Carrick arrive about the same time.
Isn't she dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Serendipity still shot is confirmed dead.
Yes.
You arrive about the same time. Gifton, you've had some time to spend with your family. Yes, indeed, your children have drawn this wonderful forest on the wall.
Oh wow!
Bright blue trees, green sky. It's wonderful, really.
Oh, it's so fantastic. It's like you completely ignored what colors were for.
And
That's why I'm proud.
And a white tower drawn in crayon, and a really white spot they've just sort of rubbed in at the top of it.
Who did this?
There's a moment of silence from the children.
Suddenly Rick Bill appears.
You're not in trouble, but who did it? It's really nice. I like it.
There's a few looks at each other before, yes, indeed, a few hands shoot up, and then there's a little bit of bickering as the I did it. No, I did. You didn't do it. You didn't. You did that bit. Before eventually Haley is the one left with her hand up.
Haley, did you make this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really great. Can you do this for me on paper sometime?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. How about kids? Because I'm so proud of you. Dad is gonna put in an order for those fancy wax pens with the colors and a whole bunch of paper for you to play with. Okay?
There's some excited screeching in reply.
Well, they're definitely home.
And yes, this is what you call for Carrick here, screeching as one of you raps on the door.
Oh, all right, I will thaumaturgy the door. No, I'm not gonna thaumaturgy the door. I'm gonna go open the door.
Wow!
Yeah. I'm gonna put the ring on and open the door. Hello, Brockgren residents.
Hello.
Grace
Corvus
residents.
Adulas.
Hello. We have something of yours.
By this point, Merrick would have been
Resummoned.
popped back in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some issues.
Corvus, indeed, a pseudo dragon comes bounding over to you.
There you are.
And sort of stops in front of you, stares up at you, and then you get an assailing shape of sort of shapes and colours in your brain.
Yes. You are supposed to not eat at all.
And there's a whole lot of angry little meeps and beeps before it sort of clambers up your clothing, settles on your shoulder, and bites the bottom of your earlobe.
Yeah, I deserve that.
It was
Scratches the side of her frills.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you, judging by people I talked to, that was not an illusion that came in here yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to talk to people.
What have you been doing?
I started talking to somebody, and then they went, "Oh, why are you with your family? They're over there." And then
Gufton, I understand. It's fine. Thank you for taking care of that.
No problem.
How much do I owe you for it?
Don't worry about it. Really,
one more mouth in this house isn't really going to make a dent.
I assume that you had to buy for the new door.
Strange enough, people in this town are quite willing to help us. No idea why. He says, sort of sarcastically.
Gonna wave over the parents at the kids and the pseudo dragons.
Hello, little ones. We're gonna have to check all our
Carrick
pockets.
and Corvus, you can add, speaking of which, you can actually see one of the children climbing up Gifton's leg right now.
Gifton,
what?
Gifton, you have a child.
He has many.
But on your leg.
Means
down.
You look down and you can see Flink trying to climb up you with Flink's little pseudo dragon giving them a boost.
Oh, I'm gonna scoop the two of them up. What do you want to do, huh?
Want a story?
Oh, I can tell you stories.
And the pseudo dragon beeps food at you. Yeah.
Where was the Vardo being kept?
Oh, it was at the library, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was parked out by the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's parked over by my place.
I thought it was by somewhere in Gifton's estate.
No, this is clearly why your character came over here to ask when your other version came over here to ask where it was.
I'm gonna go over to the library to see if I can suss anything out.
Just so you know, he came from the north and headed back out that way. And had
the trade road?
Yes, and he had his own horses with him.
I'm gonna take out my sending stone to the Shire Reef.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a curiosity, if you see Corvus, could you let us know?
With the Vardo.
With the Vardo. I'm just gonna go. Just don't go to Dulwood.
Of course. What has he done? Cause any trouble?
Anymore.
I'll have my men keep an eye out for him. No, I thought we were sending stone.
So he sent that back. Wait.
No. You used the sending. I thought you were using the sending stone.
No, I'm using a sending stone. So yeah, use the sending stone.
Yeah, he replies to you then.
I can reply. Yeah, so I can. Can I? Wait, no, I can't reply again.
Nope.
I need him to send me a message.
He
needs to instigate. God damn it. All right. Well, I mean, just in theory, if it goes up that way, we'll know because it's heading north. So.
And likely, what about
and also,
a day and a half?
We don't have that many people that we can give a clue on. Oh wait, I'll pull out my other sending stone. Hey, Raz. Duplicate Corvus running around stole our Vardo. If you hear anything, let us know.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. I'll have men keep a watch.
All right, we got people watching for you. Literally you.
We'll give him something to identify him.
All right, we're gonna need to give you something to verify you. I'm gonna go through my drawer nearby, and I'm gonna take out a ribbon, and I'm gonna tie a green ribbon around your upper arm of your outfit. This way, we know which one you are.
Don't think it needed to be on display permanently, but that's where we go.
Now we know that in case the other one's still lurking around.
Do you want to contact Henry?
As well. Way to contact Henry.
No, I didn't want to bring all the higher ups into this because they might literally hunt you down.
Yeah. Thanks.
Kara, I was just thinking of something. Did you see that Corvus's eyes? I didn't ask anyone else. Or did he have the mask on?
No, he wasn't wearing his mask. I saw He stops himself as if he was about to say something mean about Corvus's eyes. Looks over at Corvus and goes, "I saw he's totally unsettling." And I mean,
okay, so he did have this. I just thought about that. So,
Mommy saw Miris. Yeah, he was on the boat. Because what happened is the boat went whoosh, and the engine turns off and we fell. And then Miris showed up and he fixed the magic and the boat went whoosh again and we lived.
Miris is a goat. You hear from down below. No, Miris is a boy.
That's Kay as a goat.
No, not a goat. A girl.
I think Miris is whatever they decide to be at the moment.
Well, Miris was in a gray robe and had a mirrored mask on, so Mommy couldn't see it. If
how do you know that was Miris then?
Because they were in a gray robe, mirrored mask. Which
if I wear a gray robe, will I be Miris?
Maybe if you wish really hard.
Corvus is going to the library.
Okay.
I hate to cut your day with your children short, though, but I don't think we should have Grandma wait and possibly.
Are we still doing that? I thought we were investigating Corvus now.
Do you know what else we could check? Because
I have nothing. I've got children. I've got nothing else here. Kids, have you seen Unky Corvus?
There's some pointing fingers out the door.
No, that's the all of my people I know.
He's correct.
Yeah. All right, Mommy's gotta go see Great Grandma Lynn, so you'd be good.
There's a few whines and children trying to guilt trip you.
I'm distracting myself.
Yeah,
I will bring.
I'm gonna go. Dingus, we're leaving.
Dingus meeps and Nuzzles at Dazzle a bit before he follows along.
Dingus, do you want to stay here and I'll just summon you to the boat later?
I mean,
does that work?
We had to come back here anyways.
Yeah, it would work.
I'll come back here and get you. Just stay here. You'll have fun. Be with the kids.
There's some concerned flashes.
I'm just gonna go see Lynn. It's gonna be fine. It's not like Grandma Lynn's gonna eat me.
Concerned flashes.
I'm the more concerning one on that. I'm the more likely to be eaten.
Remember, Grandma Lynn's your favorite, so we'll be fine.
Okay. All right, your Dingus will acquiesce, and eventually you're able to extract yourself from your children and your husband, who is also unwilling to let you go.
I'll bring her back as soon as I can.
All right, and then me and Carrick will go teleport.
Yep, you're going to teleport circle?
Yep.
Okay.
This time I go.
Back on the airship. It's cruising along at its usual speed. You can actually hear a couple of the crew arguing over whether fishing over the side would work.
At this altitude.
At this altitude and this speed. And it's like, there's no way you'd reel it up in time. No way.
I mean, you wouldn't have to reel it. You just have to
on the bright side, if you hook it, it would die.
Yeah, there's discussions on whether you just get a bloody hook in return.
Did have part of a fish attached to it.
And Taldi is just prodding at Hadwin, actually investigating him.
Oh, don't look under his cloak.
And then she's looking under the cloak.
All right. Well, she sees a neuroskeletal creature with multiple limbs stitched together. The claws are overextended and seems to be part of the actual bone structure of the hands. He doesn't really have a head. His shoulders come high and his head's more in the center of his chest. And it's just this big sort of bulbous orb that has multiple slits running through it along its laterals.
And she's actually going to look over at whoever's on deck. Who is on deck?
Me.
You?
Cass will be up on deck wandering around.
You're up on deck. What about you, Telday?
No, I'm just wandering the ship.
It has no resemblance of a humanoid.
Yeah, she looks over at Shax and Cassie and just goes, Mr. Adalas made this, yes?
From what I've been told.
It's ugly work. It's very pretty, not cobbled together. I don't even know what that is. Back in Hex, did you see many necromechs? I know they weren't common. And she says, looking at you, Jackson.
question. Would I have?
You may have. It's unlikely you saw them in your postings. You may have seen them on the battlefield as a rather new and exotic thing back when you were still fighting.
Jax will think for a second. I can vaguely recall seeing a couple near the end of my tenure in the military. But they were relatively new at the time.
Yes, and armored, I expect, covered up, and a lot more human-shaped than this. Ugh. And she just sort of lets the cloaking fall. I can't see any power source. Well, normally they have necromantic batteries that power them, but can't find it.
When she closes the cloak, millions of eyes open up.
I get the feeling that he uses whatever powers the magic he uses with that thing.
It's curious. I'd like to know more, but she sort of steps back a bit. Maybe I will. I won't practice it too much, though.
I think you would appreciate someone to talk to about it. It's admittedly not my realm of expertise I'm cloaking to. I am more invested in the artificing and technological aspects.
Well, she nods briefly and goes, "Not a lot of artificers. Always fun to talk to. What have you been working on?"
Jax will actually peel back the coat he's been wearing and I've made a suit of armor that is able to replicate lost limbs.
Oh, you do not have limbs?
I lost many, many years ago in... Do you know the invasion 20 years ago?
This disaster, yes.
I was a forward scout. I was lucky that I was on a boat being sent back because I got discovered beforehand that I was not lost.
Very lucky.
But I did lose my arm from my shoulder and my left leg from the knee.
I'm sorry to hear that, but yes, not many made it back from that.
I lost my brother in it. He was one of the forward fighters, and he did not make it back.
Yeah, she just reaches out and sort of pats your upper leg.
It's okay, I have made peace with it some time ago.
But perhaps you could show me how this works?
Oh, of course. And Jax will actually start disconnect the arm and put down and start showing.
You can start showing her stuff, and you're getting that she is not learned about this stuff, but she seems to know little bits and pieces, the sort of knowledge you get just from constant curious prodding at everything.
And he will actually, as he comes up, if there's something she says, "Oh, I don't know," but he'll actually explain that part, like tangent of tangent and all that sort of thing. Basically, trying to make it so she can understand as much as she can from it. He's actually enjoying himself having someone to explain it to.
Cassie's there listening to talking about mechanical lost limbs, and she's just like, "Axe goes out, axe goes in, axe goes out."
No, Cass is actually trying to point herself in the direction of Brass and thinking about doing something really stupid.
Swimming?
Swim home?
Swim home?
No, she's half tempted to try to contact Michael.
Hey, you want to try?
Try it.
That's why I'm saying she's thinking about doing something really stupid.
No, that certainly doesn't top the list of really stupid.
You think on that for a bit.
But in the end, she will.
You will?
But,
okay.
Yeah, but let Cronus go through his thing.
Well, we're sort of leaving this as there isn't a whole lot to go through.
Yeah.
And Cass remembers the last time she had to talk to Michael. It was an accidental thing, but this time she's directing it right at Michael.
They're gonna pray.
Michael? Yeah. Michael, I hope this reaches you, but I need to talk to you, and it is somewhat it's important. There's information, and I need your help with something. I don't know if you can contact me back. We're in the middle of the ocean, and she's looking down over the railing. Oh, we're really high up. So I don't know if it would be too taxing on your current form to be here, but if you want to come here, you are more than welcome.
Cass, you finish your prayer, and as you open your eyes, there is a sudden thunderclap in the sky. One of the clouds just suddenly darkens, and a lightning bolt seems to streak out from it. And before your eyes, just appearing immediately, is the form of your brother.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The brief image of wings furling back in to the lower body of the centaur. As he stands straight, looking at you. Right.
And Cass has a very dark look on her face right now.
Oh, this is going to be a fun conversation.
Oh wow.
And then he smiles and goes, Cass. Sorry, we haven't been in contact.
Cass holds up 2 fingers on her real hand. 1, this had better be temporary, and 2, you had better be intact when this is all done.
And the hands go back up, and temporary. Michael's house was falling apart, and we talked,
Okay.
and you, me, with Mum's.
Okay. So the 2 things, and well, that's another question that I will ask later. But
The porker right now.
first thing,
The Scarlet up top at the helm. The helmsman just sort of leaning back a bit, wide-eyed.
Mom.
Jackson Towdy pause briefly.
Jackson Tally paused briefly to look over at sudden angel centaur appear.
and Cass being just normal with this.
And just being
kind
like,
of-
hi, mom.
no,
brother.
just actually,
My mom, brother.
There was this very threatening moment, and then it's just calmed down. 2 things first.
Who do you need?
Both of you, actually.
Okay.
Mom is gone. I have full confirmation on that. Dad may still be alive somewhere. I haven't been able to track him down.
You see your brother's eyes close briefly, and when they open up again, there's something different about the way he's looking at you. Something a little wilder, stormier.
I asked a favor, and I was told that Mom had been reaped, but Dad has not.
He's alive.
We don't know. We've been trying to track him down, and we haven't been able to get we haven't. Gifton and others have been trying to track him down, send messages to him. We have not been able to make contact. Either it's because I don't know well enough what he looks like, or he's not on our plane of existence.
Your brother marches towards you, coming right up, face to face, and then his hands clutch yours, and he gives you a very firm look as he goes, "Daughter, if your father is alive, I will find him."
And that's why I'm telling you, because we can't. I wanted it to be a happy surprise for you. Unfortunately, I need to enlist your help now.
There's no enlisting. You have it. For him,
And that's the big. That is the first big thing. If you can find him, please let me know. We're still on our way to Sahara.
Please, Scrim, stay below deck.
I'm not mentioning a word about him.
No, I'm saying, please, Scrim, stay below deck.
I'm not.
There
I'm
is
not.
reason
And he's
why
not
I'm
going to say
below
something.
deck right
I
now.
have a little timer going. Just say.
There is a reason I'm below deck now.
You're more than a year and a half ago, when you were still within the sword. Do you remember the person you hijacked to find me?
Wasn't so much a hijack as a happy coincidence, but the Goliath that wielded me, yes.
No, not the Goliath, the human.
Oh, yes.
Apparently, there's now 2 of him running around, we think. We know where one is. The other stole my Vardo.
Oh, why do you say your mother after me?
Your brother's face is giving you a slightly perplexed look. Your Fardo.
He appeared in Beacon and took our mobile base.
No,
Other
go hide in
mobile
the
base.
empty.
Other mobile base.
He looks down at the ship that you're currently sailing on, and looks up again and just goes, I really think you need to get your priorities in order.
This may be a bigger issue than the other. I just have an odd feeling.
You sure it's not sentimentality?
No, because if there are two of him, there's only one of him. Now there are two.
Also, I choked up some empty recently, Mom.
A mage, a doppelganger, and there are changelings.
I don't know, but whoever grabbed the Vardo knew where it was. And it was not random.
Flashback to yesterday of not Corvus going, where's the Fardo?
Flashback to today with Corvus. Where's the Savardo at?
No.
Hello, yes, I am Corvus.
Just to let you know, I've been in places that I probably shouldn't have been, and I hacked up something the other day, and I don't know if I'm well. So I'm going to let you know that. So if I suddenly die, don't blame anyone here.
When you mentioned being unwell and suddenly dying, your brother just stares at you briefly before a hand is pointed against your chest. And Cass, there is any minor aches or scrapes or anything you had today are gone as a wave of healing energy surges through you.
I'm grabbing the hand going, what happened is something from the empty got into me and decided it wanted to come out the other day.
Luckily, it came out the mouth, not the other end.
You should not be going into that place.
I don't want to be, but occasionally we do because it is a very nice shortcut.
Some shortcuts are not worth taking.
I think a couple angels would agree with you on that and the trees. But that's what I needed to tell you. If you want to hang around, you're welcome to, but we have a guest who I'd rather not know you're here. Everyone up here is fine. No.
All the deck crew holding their swords at the ready.
Yeah. She looks around briefly, looking at the crew, at Shaxon, at not recognizing anyone, before looking at you again, going, "Have you changed who you're traveling with?"
No, the others are in Beacon investigating the theft of the Vardo.
No, I will not stay around and alarm your new friends.
I will. They haven't been explained what's going on, and I will explain it. But Cass is just suddenly going to hug as hard as she can.
There's
Mom.
Yeah, there's a moment of sort of stiff resistance as Michael's not entirely used to the whole affection thing.
Whoa.
Before. Whoa.
Sorry, I just had all my power go out and come back right up.
Oh, fun.
Oh, fun.
At least it stayed consistent enough.
That's because you hugged an angel.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Before Michael wraps their arms around you and squeezes you tightly, and you be safe, my daughter.
You too, my mother. And then she's going to hug even harder, and you stay safe, brother.
And there's a brief closing of their eyes again before your brother's rather disconcerted looking face is staring at you. That hug snacking.
I gotta hug
I want out of this situation. This is not what I agreed to.
I got a hug for my mother, brother.
And then Cass is going,
brother.
you two
Uncle,
have
father?
a place to stay at least. Please tell me that.
Yeah, we're We're held up. We're good.
Okay, because if not, I was going to give you a key to my place back in Beacon. Which is, by the way, is kind of bustling.
It's a really great carpentry business if you'd like to work at it.
He stares at you for a moment before actually just holding his hand out.
And Cass will dig out one of her keys and hand it to him.
Right, not my fault if anything gets wrecked.
I'll rebuild it.
Yeah, well, like Michael said, you keep safe, and he actually just sort of gives you an arm, a light pap.
Which arm, though?
The not metal one.
Okay.
Yes.
Because otherwise, clang. What?
Ow.
But thank you for coming, and if you find Dad, let me know. But I'm going to keep looking as well.
Yeah, we'll keep you in the loop.
And if push really comes to shove, I will ask a favor from someone I'd rather keep on the good side of.
And those eyes sort of drift shut again, and before opening up, and that's like change in tone. Then you, Michael, speaking once more. Oh, keep any favors asked unasked for now.
I don't want to ask a favor of her because she is incredibly busy right now.
Besides, this is a family matter. We can solve it.
And she's going to go, well, you two be safe, and I had best go make some explanations.
And Michael nods.
I really kind of want Scrim to come up right now, but I also don't. It's like
this is my mother brother who is just here.
And they unfurl their wings once more. And as you see those wings flap, and another sort of crack of lightning just through the sky, not even connecting to them, just seems to coincide with their vanishing.
That's so cool.
They leave, and you see Scrim sort of staring from behind where they were, just coming up the whole stairs now. You have an angel relative.
And Cass is going to walk up and go, yeah, I do.
You all seem to be special little things, don't you?
I'd rather not be, but hope that my relative isn't the one you tortured. And Cass is going to turn and walk away.
He just sort of shrugs a little bit before finishing his walk up onto the deck, and he's just sort of getting some air.
No stretch.
I'm just imagining him grabbing
Gifton and Carrick.
Yes.
You use the teleport circle, and
I've been here before.
Yeah, you arrive in a familiar location, Carrick. And Gifton, first time. This is expensive a cavern. Treasures piled up in various spots, lit magically, it seems. And
I told Care we should do this with our money, but he said that it's just crazy to do it.
And you hear that rumble of a rousing dragon as a slumbering Lynn lifts her head.
Do it. Why can't you just put all your money down on the floor? You know?
Might have done that at home.
Did you do that at home?
Might have a little bit.
Oh, talk to Care for me. He was all about, you should keep it in the bank. You shouldn't be spending it all the time. Stop buying $1,000 gold bowls. It's just, I don't know.
Welcome.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello, grandmother. Sorry we're a little late.
This is okay.
Not my fault.
I was having a nap anyway. And she stretches out briefly, her wings unfurling, before she gets up onto all fours and suddenly voomp, down into a humanoid form. The familiar sort of grandmotherly Lynn.
Aww.
I actually rummage around since we made a stop off in Beacon.
We're gonna give Lynn a hug because I am human sized for a change.
And she wraps an arm around you and sort of gives you a squeeze in return. And well, you've grown.
I tap the smaller ears and then I point at the ring. Enchantment.
That's very convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it easier for everybody.
Yes, I know the feeling just from the opposite end of the scale.
Mm.
I'm going to wait until she finishes and give my grandmother a hug.
And she hugs you tightly.
And I remembered to bring this. This is from.
Has he been calling you often? I nag him.
Not often enough.
I nag him.
What are you giving her?
I'm giving her the ring that I haven't actually remembered to take to her.
Ring.
Wow.
The 30 check diamond ring that was the gift from the party.
The one that's like worth 10,000 gold at this point or something like that.
Well, let's see. It is worth 600%. So like 30,000 gold or something, or 60,000.
This is beautiful.
It is a gift from the group of us. I made it from one of our requirements for all the assistance you have given us.
When you mentioned
really pretty rocks.
You made it, her love for it seems to just grow. You can see it on her face, and she actually just slips it onto
Eric
one of her
did a
fingers.
Very nice job with it.
I will treasure it. Thank you.
I will, as you probably already know it, I will let you know it is not magical because
it is magical to me.
Thank you, Grandma.
Aww. Like grandmas are great.
And she actually seems to spend a moment just sort of beaming at it, looking it over on her hand, before she remembers that you're there. And, right, well, there's a reason I asked for your company, Gifton. I'm very old, as you might know.
Hmm?
And I'm very slow to trust. But it has been time enough. Despite your unsavory company, you look out for my grandson and you look out for everyone. You are a good person. And I understand in part what you are. I'm sorry, but I watch a lot.
Oh, I was worried you'd be disappointed in me.
No, quite the opposite. I think you're a station above your origins. You are far better than what has made you. You are kind, you are honest, you are a conniving wrecking ball of a... You take what is angelic and what is fey and you make it so much better.
Oh, thanks.
But...
I'm also a magnet for trouble.
A magnet for trouble indeed. And I am worried that I am fighting more of it, but I think this is important. You know what this is? And she sort of gestures towards this expansive lake that sort of laps in this cavern.
I actually can't remember if Gifton knows.
I don't know. Has Carrick ever talked about it?
Well,
I've mentioned it was what?
I think it's her healing pool, and that's all I know.
Yeah.
I think they said you had a healing pool that you used to help take care of yourself.
She nods briefly. There is a reason it has such properties. At least I strongly suspect so. When you find something magical like this, you want to understand why it works. There is something deep beneath the water. Something long forgotten. Something I think is related to your lost heritage.
Oh, as far as I know, my people didn't do anything underwater.
It's probably best just to show you. And she actually starts walking towards the healing waters.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking with her. Look at
going
Carrick
to
and giving
move.
that shrug of what's going on, Carrick.
Shrug back. No.
Are you capable of spell work to breathe underwater? And she's already rubbing her hands together as if readying herself.
I could cast some for her.
And
it'd take a little bit of time.
No.
I am going to pull out a cloak that I have of the manta ray.
Very nice.
And I will take off my cloak of protection for right now, even though I'm not going to unattune to it. I'm just taking that off and tie that on and go, okay, I can swim and breathe. And
she actually smiles a bit and then looks over at you, Carrick, and goes, well, have you come as prepared as she has?
Pulls out the stone. I have prepared the ritual.
Okay.
And
I got this because I was scared that we might go over water with the ocean.
It's very smart. You should have one of those.
And there was a time when I thought somebody was going to throw me overboard at one point, so I really wanted to have flashbacks to a time when Corvus had to talk on a deck.
So a becloaked Gifton and a ritualed Carrick. Are you going to follow her as she steps into the water?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and there's a sudden displacement of water as she slowly shifts back to her draconic form. Only to then reach out and just sort of like grasp Carrick within a foreclaw as if you're going to be too slow. And then she starts to swim in a strangely elegant way. Her wings furling in, her entire body just seeming to move, almost snake eel-like. Those fins that Gold Dragon sport, seeming to propel her through the water easily. And
following in her wake.
As you follow, the water gets darker and darker, and there's a brief...
Hey, luckily can see in the dark.
Yeah, and there's a brief flash of light to help you even further as she seems to illuminate one of her claws, casting a light spell on it. And you swim down, and down, and down. You feel like you've been swimming for 20 minutes now. You can only imagine how far down into her mountain this is taking you. But you can see something up ahead, past her glimmering light spell. There's a light further down. And as you head towards it, it seems to be something spherical, a dome. It's hard to make out. And even as you get closer, the light itself makes it hard to make out. But yeah, there's definitely a dome down here. And then you seem to come parallel to it. Just before it, it's quite large. You'd say maybe 60 feet across, maybe same high. And she settles down in front of it on what must be the stonework down here. And then she steps through, just vanishing into that light.
Dragging Carrick along. Goodbye, Carrick. I'm going to go in too, because everybody left.
Eric, you are deposited onto the floor. No water around you, and Gifton, as you step through, it's a sudden lurch as you come out of water into open air.
Oh, wow.
And before you is temple, it looks like. Stonework gleaming white. Still sporting stained glass windows, so thickly coloured that they're hard to see through. Depicting people singing, revelry, dancing. And carved into the stonework seems to be symbols also similar to the ones you've seen in that vision of heaven.
Do I recognize any of the pictures from what we saw last night from above, what she made?
Not exact depictions, not a copy of them, but very similar in theme.
Okay.
Definitely a lot less elegant, human wrought, you'd expect.
This is Lillian.
I haven't had a word to put to that until you started to discover things. Because I've known that this wasn't of any of the current gods. And it has been radiating, and she sort of waves her hands about at the dome mural within, and from the inside you can actually see the waters shimmering against it. It has been bleeding out energy for longer than I have been here. Very, very small amounts, but it has had time to build up in the waters.
Wow, it's really beautiful. And this has been helping you?
The water has, yes.
It smiles.
But this,
That's good.
I have never been able to get in. The doors are sealed. Even those windows, so fragile as they look, will not budge.
You want me to open it?
Wondering if you can, or if this means anything to you.
Well, let's see. I recognize these symbols. I've seen them. You probably haven't seen it, but Lawless Hills Heaven looks like this. I made it for Tell Day last night. And I'm gonna go up and I'm assuming it's steps.
Yep, there are steps leading up to what looks like to be a robust wooden door.
There is a very, very soft cursing in Fae about obsessions with steps.
And Lynn reverts to her humanoid form and sort of follows along at a respectful distance.
I'm gonna follow up also.
And I go up to the wooden door.
What do you do? You're before the wooden door.
And before the wooden door, I'm gonna knock.
Okay, you knock on it and you hear that just sort of funk, funk, funk of wood.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this is a push or a pull.
Okay, you push and there's that creak as it starts to open. Heavy wood moving slowly. And Carrick, you can actually see Lynn's eyes widen a little bit.
Looks like you weakened it, so it's open.
Yes, I'm sure that's what has happened.
That's what happened with the dragon turtle. They shot it with like a bunch of cannonballs, and I got like the last little dinky shot. I'm used to this. It's what happens. I'm gonna open the doors up.
Right, and you open the doors up, and you see the interior of a temple. Not in the sense of wooden pews or anything like that. No, it seems more like there are shrines along the walls, and a pedestal in the middle, which there is a floating orb of radiant energy there, just swirling above this pedestal. And as you look around, you can see sigils on the walls. Looks like they are drawn in blood, and it looks almost fresh. At least not as old as this should be. It's dry, but new. And as you look around at these, clearly Enochian, both you and Carrick recognize them. You can then see a body just leaned against one of the shrines at the edges of this room. Really quite large, taller than you or Carrick. A good 7-8 feet tall. Wings splayed out behind it, slumped over. What looks like to be an angel, a rather large one. Their eyes closed, blood pooling around them.
Is it pooled or pooling?
Pooled.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
not
currently dripping. No.
Not currently alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rush over to them.
Okay. You rush on over to them, and they are wearing simple mix of robes and armoring. It looks like very faint plating, shoulder pads, a little very thin chest plate, but coming out into these billowing robes beneath them, and just this little sigil on their chest, a badge of almost.
Who are you?
And as you ask that, the room seems to frown briefly. Before, 1 second. I am Dadriel. You hear from the center of the room.
I look over at the glowing orb.
Yeah. And stepping out from behind the glowing orb, coming to the view of you and Carrick, seems to be the same figure, although faint, transparent almost. And they don't seem to be looking at you. In fact, you can see them clutching their side and heading over towards one of the walls where those bloody sigils are. And the hand reaches out and starts to drift over the sigil, tracing it in their blood. I don't know who is hearing this, but if you are here, if you are able to get through, then you are supposed to be here. I can feel it coming down now. My brothers and sisters falling. He told me to take the spark, to leave, to hide it away where it would not be found. What better place than the Temple of Lost Causes? A small thing, almost forgotten even now. And they move over to another wall and start tracing again. You can see them actually dipping their hand to their side as if to collect blood. I don't know why they would be so willing to do this to us. But I know what my mother would say. She would say they are scared or they are angry or... They are not beyond hope. Nothing is beyond hope. Even our situation. And the figure turns, looking back at the centre of the room, where this sparking orb is. She gave me a piece of herself to carry and to hide away. She has no plan for it. I have no plan for it. Only a faint hope that it may be of use. That something good may come of all of this. To whoever has found this, whether you are my surviving kin, someone that has found lost knowledge and decided to follow a path, or even some stranger who has just stumbled here by happenstance, you should be here. Nothing happens without reason. I would like for you to take this, put it to use, find what you can to do with it, even if it is just to light one little candle in the world for people to huddle around in hope, or is this to light an inferno, to burn something down and bring something better, as long as you are making something good in the end. But something good has to come from this. And they move over and start to draw one of the last sigils, and you can see them struggling to stand, faltering. And then Gifton, they start to move over towards you. And they lean up against the same shrine that this body is slumped against. Something good will come from this. His deception won't last. They will see through it in the end. The way he turned them against her, I cannot believe it will stand. I know it will not. This warding, this sigil, my energy, I will give it my all. The last of my essence, it will not explode, it will seep, it will wake, and it will keep this place sealed, hidden in this world and into the next. I will not let this be erased. I am the Archangel Adriel, and this is my last charge. And he slowly slumps down.
Gifton's gonna let out like weird little, and she's gonna pull him into her arms and just sit there kind of holding him and just sobbing.
As you pull the slumped body into your arms, the one still sitting up, you can see a faint smile on his face as he looks over the room. And you see him feeling that little emblem on his chest, and he starts to hum to himself. And his eyes start to drift shut, and he starts to slowly slump. You hear him starting to sing very softly under his breath. Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. Getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. And the body slumps over into the position that you found it. And you can see that illusory blood falling into the position of that dried puddle before that illusion fades.
Yeah, Kirsten's gonna just kind of sit there and hug the body for a bit. She doesn't know what she's supposed to do. She doesn't understand. She didn't think angel bodies really persisted like this.
They don't, usually.
Please come back. Please.
And you are met with silence. Eric, Lynn is nudging you towards Gifton.
I'm gonna move over to her. I'm gonna give her a hug.
He was waiting.
You've been being guided by her.
He's not supposed to be like this. This isn't how they die. This isn't how Faye die. This isn't how any of them die. Why is he like this?
Well, he said it was this area he warded to go through the world, even if it got wiped. There's gotta be something in this room.
Right? He's still here.
I think he's one with the kind of motion towards the orb.
I think he's part of all of this now. And then actually sort of looks around.
Well, I guess that answers your mystery, Lynn.
Yes.
Kirsten's going to just kind of like she's straightening up the body, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just, and then she's gonna lay her hand on his symbol really quick.
And as you lay your hand on it, you feel a little click, a little disconnect almost, and it sort of comes loose in your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to put it back on. I can't figure this out.
And I mean, if you try to figure it out, you can see it's a simple brooch, and it just seems to have been unlocked and come loose with your touch.
Do you want me to take this along, brother?
The peaceful body responds with silence, just almost looking like he's sleeping.
Is there anything on the brooch? Since
yeah,
I'm close enough.
The brooch seems to show a Enochian symbol, although a very, very archaic one. It looks like ornate. You suspect it's maybe a badge of office. It's this flowing design of script accompanying a sword and a looks not quite like a lute as you'd know it, but definitely with the same design, a stringed instrument.
Does that symbol mean anything to you on it?
I shake my head. You told me everything I know about Enochian.
Yeah, but is that her symbol? I've never heard you mention anything of.
I haven't really been able to piece much of it together. I mean, the most I know is what Raz has been telling me, because he gets all blubbery about what happened and how they all got killed, and when they all fell together.
Not all together.
Not all.
Which, if he wasn't there might be others.
Yeah, but I think they're all dead. I'm gonna look over at the spark. I dare not move that.
He asked for it to be taken.
Does it resemble something else we've seen?
What do you think it resembles?
The thing we have hidden?
It does not.
In
No.
concrete? Okay.
It looks like a small glowing orb. You can almost, through this sort of wreathing of energy around it, it looks like flowing fire, plasma. But beneath it, there's almost a solid piece, a solid sphere. Hard to make out beneath the energy. And it's no bigger than, maybe 8 inches diameter.
Oh, you seem... Oh, God.
If I move it, will all this go away? Will this stop being here?
Lynn actually sort of slowly starts to shake her head, and she points at the warding, the sigils that are drawn on the wall. It's Enochian, but it's blood magic. It's him. Not the orb doing this. It's his essence.
I don't. It's not gonna make the pool any worse, is it?
She smiles faintly and goes, "Like I said, this building is giving off very little energy, but it has had a long time to do it. The pool will subsist just fine. I think it's the build-up that has been helping me, not the continuous output."
Gifton's gonna slowly get up, and she's taking the brooch in her hand and looking it over, and then she's gonna slowly affix it under her outfit. Let out a ragged sigh and look over at the orb and slowly start walking over to it. She's walking over to it, looking at it like it's a snake.
As you walk towards it, Gifton, your mind might be playing tricks on you, but you can swear you can almost hear music, a very faint undertone melody, almost like a chorus humming.
I can hear the singing. I'm gonna look over at Carrot and go, I'm gonna pull a Corvus if that's all right with you.
A Corvus or me?
Or Carrot or Cassie. Pretty much not a Telde or a Shaxon is basically where I'm going with this. And I'm gonna reach for it.
Okay, you reach out to it, and as your fingertips dip into this field of energy, you feel it surge, coursing through you, your vision almost going white as the room is suddenly suffused in light, and you feel this energy washing through you into your very core. And suddenly, it's over. And the orb's gone, and all you feel is this warmth inside you, humming, and a power that you have never felt before, even as that wish-fueled solar form feels insignificant. and that's where we're going to end this week.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Don't you dare.
No, you feel this energy within you. Oh, it is so great, Gifton. It's so great, and you open your eyes, and you are not in that temple. You are in white space, a void almost, but not that oppressive darkness of the empty. Just this sweet, relaxing glow that surrounds you. Makes you feel so warm and tingly all over. And as you look around, you see you. But clad in white, hairstyled differently, inspecting their own hands. And yourself smiles over at you. So, Gifton?
What?
And this other Gifton walks over to you and reaches out and takes your hand. You
Okay, I just want to cherish fever dreams.
care? No, as sweet as he is, this is not one of his dreams. I'm sorry,
This is one of my dreams?
You've had dreams like that before, the figure says, sort of looking off the side as if only now just seeing that.
Oh yeah, whoops.
And they smile softly. No, I'm sorry,
It was a really good dream.
I look like you because it's hard to remember me right now. I hope you don't mind.
Who are you?
I'm
Have you been running around as Corvus?
Corvus, your friend. No.
Yeah.
I've been here all along. I am a fractured part of the omniscience. I am
Volacil?
a small fragment. Just a little spark of her. Yes. No, still.
You are a spark of Volacil.
She nods a little bit. And a small
Aziel
part.
told me about your people. They sounded wonderful.
Your people, she says. You are one of mine. Now, don't worry, don't think that I'm going to be laying claim to you or anything. She chuckles softly. But you are from me. A long time back, but
Aren't we still?
boss, you think I would ever abandon one of you?
I don't know you.
So sorry for that.
I don't know anything about you. I just know the gods don't like us, and that your people suffered badly, and we came from that.
She smiles sadly, and she actually pulls you into a little hug. So sorry. Things are as they are. But look at you. You are a wonderful, wonderful thing. I can see all that you have been doing. I can experience all that you have done. And you have brought such hope and wonder to people these last few years. Even when the world seems to be against you and your friends. Now you're guiding one of my lost children home to a new mother.
Who?
Call him Scrim. He's kind.
Oh my god, is he an angel too?
No, he's not an angel. No, and he would not know who I am. I'm sure his people have no recollection, but they were my people. What do you call a Goliath? They were the people of this land.
Like Tel they might have been?
Yes. They were very little like they are now. They were kind and gentle, and they stood tall and proud, and they were there for everybody. You needed help. If you were in trouble, you needed only look into the crowd and see the tallest figure and know that they would come and help you.
Is that why the brownies are really short? Because we don't come to help?
No, the brownies are very short because my cherubs were delightful at getting into places that no others could, and light and love in the darkest of places.
Okay, just making sure there's no bias there. Wait, is this another one of those weird vision things that everyone's gonna see me standing around? And
I'm afraid so.
Oh. I always sound really crazy when I come out of these.
She nods there in understanding. It is often the way. Those that commune with a god, it's very hard without proof to not sound crazy. But you're not.
Can you help us even now?
I'm afraid it's me that has to ask you for help. I'm just this little part. But with you, you can turn me into something good.
How do I do that?
You do it as you've already been doing. You nurture me. You keep me safe in here. And she sort of taps her chest. You've been growing your own power, that little link to Tarnstead. It's much like that, just... I will lend you my aid from within as much as I can. But I need something familiar. I need you. Carry me out into the world until something new is... And she actually looks a little upset. Until something new is ready to emerge.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
And she hugs you back. I'm not going to be returning. I'm not going to be there for my people. But I believe that you will deliver something good to them.
I'll try. And you know what? There's already good things we can make happen anyway, so it's gonna be okay. I mean, Haya's really nice. You'd like her. She'd love you.
From what you've interacted with her, I think she is a very fine girl.
Yeah. And Raziel's been teaching me all about, well, some of the stuff about your people, or our people. And I healed some of it, I think. It's the phase. You know everything. Never mind.
She smiles a bit more and goes, "It's nice to hear it all the same."
Some of the Fae are really excited about it, and they want it. They want some of it, you know.
And she nods, and she sort of cups your hands within her own, holding them up. I really hope you continue to help them, and some of them are going to need such help. Those that are the most unwilling, they will hurt the most.
Yeah.
But please do help them.
I won't give up on them.
She closes her eyes and sort of looks off to the side a bit. His spell has held me here and kept me safe. But it is time for things to resume. That stasis will not last, and I will
Can
not.
I ask you one thing?
Of course.
Hey, why did I see Miras?
My brother is a complicated creature, and he plays many games. I don't know why he came to your aid. I don't know why he showed himself to you. Whether it was a mistake that he then capitalized on, your empowered form letting you break through that godly stop of time. But he saw you, and he knows you saw him, and he acknowledged that. I think he wants you to know that he is aware. And she actually looks pained for a moment. Please forgive most of them. They were scared. When I stood against them, they thought their end was coming, that I was going to let them perish.
People do terrible things when they're scared.
She nods. I know it was him. I know it was him that sowed the seed of doubt. The one that suggested the course. He knows more than he lets on. When I saw him conversing with that thing, I think that's when my fate was sealed. A thing of abyssal darkness, a thing from beyond.
The creatures in the empty?
Things you call the empty, the dreamer. It is all one and the same. It was more about that place.
He was talking to it?
He was talking to it.
Oh no.
I think he has been for a long time.
Thank you. I know that we won't get you back, but you built beautiful things, and they keep going because they're not gonna stop. Keeping on, you know.
Of course.
Moves forward.
Hope is always there. It didn't die with me. All of you carry it within you.
I'd say I'd pray to you, but I don't know if you'll be there to hear it, but maybe I will anyway.
I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Then I will.
And she actually pulls you into a tight embrace.
I would hug her tight.
If you happen to see my brothers and sisters again, please tell them I forgive them. All of them. Even him.
Even him?
Even him.
Alright.
And Waylon, I'm sorry that we never did as close. And Mairi did.
Oh. You would have had the cutest kid.
She just nods. And she actually squeezes tightly and then kisses your forehead. Thank you for coming for me, my little darling.
I got us.
And she releases you and steps back and that light begins to fade. And you suddenly find yourself standing there, hands still outstretched to the now empty pedestal. Eric, and you saw Gifton reach out and absorb that energy.
Carrick,
Yes, Gifton.
I'm gonna need a little cry. But I have something I need you to hear.
Okay.
Alright, swapping scene. Corvus,
Yes.
where are you heading, my friend?
Was going to the library to see if I can find anything, and I have my little pseudo dragon on my shoulder.
Your pseudo dragon is named?
Serena.
Serena. Okay.
Or Siri.
Siri. Alright. So, Siri is
Everybody watching
still...
TV just turned on.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that until I said it. I was like, oh.
Siri
yes.
is still giving you a hard time. But even as she is, she's sort of cuddling up against you, tail wrapping around your neck. And is demanding basically you make amends with scratches and, you know,
he does.
promises of food.
Do you want to come and spend time with your father and your brother on the airship? Would you like that?
There's a canted head, and you get sort of flashes of air and what ship? What is ship?
Large thing that flies through air.
You get flashes of dragon?
No, built by people.
Do you then suddenly get this mental image of a very sort of boxy wagon-like dragon flapping through the air?
That's close enough. You will see it if you would like to.
It's a very cautious bobbing of her head.
Merrick and Dingus are there. I think you enjoy their company instead of being cooped up. I do apologize for that.
Bit more ready bobbing of the head. And
at least she knows that if Merrick's there.
Yeah. Compared to a lot of the other pseudos, she is not the most vocal. You get the occasional little growl or meep from her.
That's why he chose her.
But yes, you arrive at the library, and is there anything in particular you're looking for, or do you want to do a general investigation?
Do a general investigation till we find something of importance, and then...
Okay. Give me an investigation roll then, please.
Basically go to where the Vardo was stored.
Okay, right. So you look around, and not much in the library itself, as you probably expected there wouldn't be. The library was not the goal of this other Corvus, it seems. But outside where the Fardo was stored, there's definitely these sort of tracks you can see that were horses being arranged and hitched up. You can see where it pulled out and travelled off. Unfortunately, once it gets to the main road, those tracks quickly become covered and marred by the general foot traffic. But there's nothing out of the ordinary here, except, again, lots of oddities in that vision of yours. Eyes staring. Especially clustered within those that shed that the father was in.
He's gonna look at one of them for an extended amount of time. Ponder if he could do something. Try to isolate it, contain it, bind it. They aren't part of here, but they are there. And I'm seeing the bleed through. So there may be a chance that one of them can be contained. I will need to acquire particular items, gemstones, I believe. I don't want to do it in this town, though. I don't want to endanger everyone here with something anomalous.
As you start mulling over how you could possibly do this, how it could be conceived, many different avenues of possibility in your mind as it's such an unknown. And settle on, yes, it could be potentially quite dangerous to do here. It's that disconcerting feeling of dead ends. Always met with dead ends. Always seeming one step out of reach.
There's never any conclusions with any of this. Corvus is going to walk out of town, going along the road.
Okay, heading north?
Heading north.
Alright, you head north. It's very empty. There isn't much traffic coming back and forth. The occasional supply wagon or trader coming into town does not make this a well-used road.
He knows Lady Gentle came through by carriage. He has not done any rips in this place. He is heading along the road, probably a good amount of ways out of sight of the town. So an hour or two walking. And he's looking for a rift, something that he did not do, and from all accounts, Lady Gentle never did.
Right, so you want to try and find the remnants of a rip?
Yeah, if there is one.
Right, you know that the jagged ones that have been accidentally made are pretty easy to spot. The more finesse ones are quite a bit harder, but are visible. I would like you to... Well, it's actually going to be another investigation. How long are you going to spend looking?
How close is this to sunset?
Not particularly close.
He's going to walk down until he can't see the beacon anymore.
Okay. So you're walking an hour out of town. It puts you way far enough distance away for it to be hidden. And how long are you going to spend searching?
At least another hour.
All right. In that case, give me 2 investigation checks, please. Okay. All right. Your first 40, 50 minutes or so. Very uneventful. It's like looking for an invisible needle in a infinite haystack. Checking behind bushes, trying to find a tear in the fabric of reality. And then it's like, if I was aiming to come back to Beacon, where would I go? Where would I emerge? And it narrows your search down a bit, and you start looking off the road. Make sure you're looking into places that are obscured, but easy to get onto the road through.
Yeah.
And oh my god, there it is. There is a rip.
Hello.
Sealed very, very finely. But that slight weakening of the borders, all the same.
I don't recall you.
Dun, dun.
Should I do it? Serena?
There's that sort of little tilting of head back and forth.
Jen always says I shouldn't go in there alone, but I don't want to expose you to such things.
Tail tightens a little tighter around your neck.
She protects Papa.
You are strangled and die.
I will be back. This isn't going anywhere.
Aww.
Okay, so you step away from it, keeping the location marked in your mind. Yes?
Yeah.
And
scratchy.
and she sort of nuzzles up against the side of your head and does that really disconcerting lick into your ear.
Oh, just stop that.
Deep and penetrating.
And then you just get that little flash of, we go get food?
Yes, we'll go. You've had enough.
No.
Pseudo dragons, basically golden retrievers in my setting. That's all they think about.
Yes, we'll go get food. Do you want a Scottish egg like your dad?
There's that little actual black sound from her.
Oh, I don't like them.
And then she demands, no, meat and egg.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Separate. She likes her food separate. Orderly.
Good girl.
Oh God, she's one of those.
Hey,
They can't touch.
I will.
Yeah,
I will
they can't
point
touch.
out-
She's done.
Yeah.
You don't understand. This is how I am.
You know how people pile food on the plate at the borders where they meet? She
Uh-huh.
can't eat there.
Uh-huh.
She cannot eat that.
I don't do that. But growing up, yes, everything was sectioned, everything was quartered, nothing mixed, and I would eat individual things at a time.
Yep.
This is actually entirely why Corvus loved the pseudo
Yeah,
dragon.
this is a pseudo dragon that if you gave her a burger, she would separate out the bun, the lettuce, the beef.
Yes.
This is the one that Carrick's like, please no.
Ketchup needs to be in a pile over here. I will
Please-
look at
please
occasion.
no.
If you ever
My
serve her
decision.
stew, she just looks at you with disdain.
yeah.
Stew it is for the rest of the trip.
Right, and you
And Corvus would head back.
head back to town, and you're able to get a nice, lunch in the tavern.
He will inquire.
Mhm.
About
They see me today.
about acquiring jewels.
Jules.
Foci for magical
Okay.
spells.
Not much in the way kept in town, but you can have an order put in if you want. Although it seems a little redundant as with your ability to travel. But it's,
Yeah, you
fine. It's
literally
nice to have
go
a
up to
package
Wyndham's.
left for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I will put in the order for several onyx gemstones, typically black. They need to be at least worth 150 gold.
About this big. Nice.
Not this big. These parameters as well. Ignore that. And let's see.
Well, if you want to write down your order, Corvus.
Yeah, I will do that.
The general store will take your order down, nodding in a bit of a perplexed way, but they can get it in. Yeah.
You say you don't want Master Carrick's order. He's got a lot of really pretty gems coming in.
She actually,
How much does he have of his order? Maybe I can.
He's got star
Abscond with
sapphires,
some of it.
diamonds, rubies.
she looks it over and goes, "All right, I'll get this sent off, and I should come in supply wagon next month, maybe."
Can we expedite it?
Oh yeah, if you wanna pay for a career to hurry it down, probably
That
get it
would
for
be
you in a
appreciative.
couple of weeks.
That should be fine.
All right. Well, I know you're not good for it,
How
so I'll get
patient
that
that-
sorted for you.
How patient that Corvus is. Couple weeks willing to do it.
Obviously, he's going to be his backup ones. He's going to get ones to work with immediately himself. Yeah, and she takes your order down.
What about the mining activities outside of town?
Oh, carrying on.
Are they recovering any raw gemstones?
Not much in the way of gemstones, I've heard. Lots of ore, but I can ask if you want.
Yes, I would do that. The others may be a day or two out, so I will focus my attentions there as well. But still, regardless, we'll get this order in.
Right, well, you can pay once it arrives. I know, well, can't exactly not trust the town founders, can we?
I suppose not.
And she smiles and, she basically puts the paper written down away until someone comes in to
I
collect
really
shit.
hope that like we start having like a thing where it's like Captain Picard Day, but it's like Founders
Mhm,
Day, and we
mhm.
just make them celebrate Corvus.
Right. Back at the ship.
Founders Day, you say?
Yeah.
So a bunch of changelings got it.
Towdy
Yeah.
has excused herself. She's gone off to take a nap. And Scrim has just basically stayed up here, sitting with his legs hanging over the edge of the side of the ship.
Oh,
Yep.
considering just dropping off at any moment.
Just sort of
yeets.
gazing out into the
I might
water.
live through this, he thinks.
And Towdy, you still below deck? Did he come on up? Are you keeping an eye on him?
Yeah, I've been vaguely keeping an eye on Scrim, so not like watching him intently, but trying to stay
Aware of his.
aware.
Yeah.
I saw him go up deck, or I saw him down below, or yeah.
Without even turning to look, you actually hear him go, "Yeah, Metal Man."
Yes.
You're not a knight, and she says you're a maid of it. What are you? Exactly. You're not alive?
I am alive.
As shamans, they are able to make constructs from stone. They move like people. You like that?
No.
Then explain.
We are something different.
We are all
Something
different.
from before in a different form.
He's a different form. I'm a different form. He sort of waves his hand at Shax and...
You misunderstand. Something from before in a different form.
Before what?
All of this.
What, this ship? This weather?
Far before that, yes.
You took the turn of the seasons or the passing of years.
Yes.
We all looked something different before. I was different before.
Far before you.
You're all like the
Or your
elves then.
father. Far before them.
You actually hear him let out a very exacerbated sigh. And
Going everywhere.
he gets up and sort of turns to come over towards you. Tell me when.
Before this world, as it is.
There's no before this world.
You have much to learn, young one.
The first time Telda's actually decided to be older than somebody else.
He stares at you very blankly before his cheeks puff briefly in that sort of muffled attempt to stop a amused snort. Alright. Fine. You're going to be trixier than the Fays, I see.
You were not listening to her.
No, I was not, but I have started.
She said I was fair.
Yes, I suppose she did. You're claiming that the Fae predate this world?
Many things do.
I suppose. The gods, they must have come before they made things, yes?
Yes.
You claim to be a god, then?
Not at all.
If then later I'm proclaiming to be a god.
He will now upgrade Gifton from angel to god and continue on.
Clearly why he lost.
Tell me, do you know what the wild spirits? Do you know what the wild spirits? He actually shouts towards you, Shaxon.
Wood shacks. Or would I have to do a religion roll for that one?
Give me a religion roll.
Okay.
And tell that you can do the same if you want.
Yeah, I did turn that off. Good.
Shaxton, Very primitive people worship basically spirits of nature, of sea, of sky, of earth, and such things do manifest. Hexenreichers believe that it's purely coalescing magical energy infusing with nature itself. Creates...
yes, the Planeteers.
Yes. Creates essentially these strange magical thinking beings, but they are almost alien in nature.
Shax will calmly look up from Bo's probably just cleaning his rifle or something and go, "That is the spirits of the world manifesting, is it not?"
Mm-hmm. My people, most of them believe that these are the true beings that made everything. Things that predate the gods. The gods are just constructs of faith of us. As we make them, the world makes the wild spirits, the true gods.
Out of character, he's not entirely wrong on part of that.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Me, Perhaps it is true. My god, she's a new god, yes. I know this.
Compared to the gods, yes.
But if a god can be new, then what is to say that they are not? All of them.
I do not disagree.
Then, do you think you predate them?
No.
I do not believe you predate the world. No. I do not believe that. I do not believe that it's possible.
Only this world.
What other worlds are there?
There have been others before. We are dealing with the fallout of that.
He sort of looks over to you, Shaxon, and goes, do you believe this nonsense?
I have seen part of this nonsense.
Explain it to me better than he does, then.
Over this way, in your travels, your people found ruins, correct?
Yes.
Who made those ruins?
Those that come before us.
And the ruins those people found.
Those that came before them.
And that chain continues till eventually you reach a point where that is when he is from.
As it's still of this world.
This version of the world, I guess, would be the easiest way to put it.
Version? What is this?
World becomes scoured clean, and then a new one starts.
This I can understand. As the storm wipes out the tribe, as the erupting mountain scours the land, yes?
On a much more global scale, but you're on the right track.
You do not speak of before times, you speak of the cycle.
Yes, he's from a previous cycle.
He just sort of nods as if he now understands in his worldview.
Sorry, for a second there, I just imagined Telde on a little, play school cycle.
Oh, yes.
Whole tricycle thing. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. This is big knees way up high on either side of him. Paddling around.
Well. What do you know of my god? You claim to know her.
Fully admittedly, they are more familiar with her than I am. I came in after they're apparently freeing of her.
And you? He looks at you, Telde.
I've had fewer interactions with her, as I was not around for their initial meetings. She is curious. Young. Feels responsible for your atrocities. Disturbed by them.
They are not atrocities, they are life.
She did not seem to agree. She seemed to appreciate life. was quite grateful when we did not kill
You
others.
think I do not appreciate life? I am thankful for every breath I take, every breath my kin take.
I believe she thinks that you had taken a step too far, and that is why she did not wish us to outright kill you, because she hoped you could still be steered back to the path she'd hoped you would be on. I believe that if she thought you were too far gone, she would have told us to murder you in your sleep.
Then why did she not send one like me?
Because if it was one like you, you'd feel you were just being tested rather than being brought to her truly.
He actually grits his jaw briefly and throws his arms up and gestures around him. And what is this, if not a test? If this one that has sent you is truly the one and the same, my god, then what is all of this?
Travel. A break. You're not in chains, you are not strictly being held against your own will. You agreed to come willingly.
A chance to consider your actions.
That, and she's incredibly busy at the moment trying to reclaim her continent.
Yes, she is trying to...
She needs a champion by
That is what
her
I was
side.
doing.
That
was
was
not
her
that.
continent.
Her lands are Saha.
This makes no sense.
Cass at this point is going to come away from the banister she's been at. So you think Barast is Hea's continent?
This
Hea's
is where I found her.
Yes, it's where she was hidden away. But those lands don't belong to Hea. Hea's lands are in Sahar. The land she was imprisoned in. And Cass is going to get close and just quietly. Those lands belong to a god the others killed. And they hid her away down there so no one would ever find her. But she has been found and she's been released. And now you're going to serve her properly, the way she asks you to. Because I don't want to fight you again. I don't want to fight anyone again. But I made her a promise that we'd bring you back alive. And that's what we're going to do. And maybe, just maybe, you'll prove me wrong, because right now the only thing I think you are good for is feeding the crows. And Cass is actually going to walk away and go down is going to crawl down through the shaft he's been going up and down in.
It was really epic until she had to try and slink into that ladder well. It was like really badass walk away and leave, then fuck, I've got to
Scrim wanted to go before he turns to tell Day and just goes, if she wants to feed me to the crows, she has brought me to the wrong place. Is he nary a bird here?
I think she just has some level of residual anger from, the destruction of their town and the killing of their people.
And Cass is going to shout back up, and the murder of my parents, you fucktard!
Oh, she invented a new word in this setting.
Did they kill her parents?
Indirectly, yes.
I do not know.
One of your invasions caused their deaths.
Which?
Shit, I'm blanking on the name at the
Sudur.
moment. Thank you.
Sudur.
It was Sudur.
Yeah. My order, but not my hand. I will take responsibility. Girl!
If you are a leader of your people, you must take responsibility for their actions, particularly when they were at your behest.
Girl.
I just said I would. Girl! Come back up. If you wish to challenge me for the honor of your parents. No one will fight here.
Come on, Teldy. Punch him.
Talia just comes up and slugs him. What was that?
For the honor of my parents.
And you lost. That is why we are in this situation.
Yes, I really wish you would raise blade against me again so that I could break that bond.
Unfortunately, I don't think we are that type of people.
No, very unfortunately.
Oh, were you hoping that you would be able to continually retry your agreement?
If one of you were to break it first, there would be no agreement.
I think you'll find that's why none of us are raising a blade.
I am starting to see this, yes. And he actually sort of seems to be rubbing his forehead. Your customs are very different. You take insult without raising your weapon in return.
There is no need.
No, I suppose not. You have me beaten in where you want me.
It is a situation that's currently to our advantage. Why change that?
So, how much longer will this forsaken journey take us?
Less than a day, if Gifton has anything to say about it.
I believe we have roughly 2 weeks left on this trip at this point. Will it be 2 or 3 at this point out of character?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just say that. I believe it's roughly 2 weeks until we hit,
2 more weeks on this.
I just think if you continue annoying Gift enough, she might be able to get you there in a day, because she might find a tree to teleport you to.
The little one can teleport, yes. Where is she?
Teleport somewhere else, currently.
Tell me, why is she not shortcutting this trip?
Because for a good chunk of this, she has severely hated you.
She has better things to do than improve your own convenience and comfort.
Which is a lie. I'm actually being bending over backwards.
I am being punished
yes,
then
but you
with
have
a journey.
Better things to do than that.
I mean, at least she might just feel that she cannot get you there easily right now, and that might change. I do not know. I do not claim to know the machinations of that woman's mind.
I will have to talk to her about it. You say she's gone now?
For now, yes.
Okay, Grim knows I'm not on board. Good plan.
What of the pretty one? And the one that caught with the dead? I have not seen them.
I'm sure you can draw your own conclusions on that.
Oh, it is very angering how you lower your defenses.
Tell me, what did you think of what you were shown last night?
I don't know what to think of that.
Oh.
It's...
That's where I have to go.
It is a good celebration. It is good to remember those that have fallen, that you have lost. And her magics, that place. It made me feel a weakness I have not felt in a long time.
That was quite impressive.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Don't worry. I've taken Mirage Arcane off my list. It only causes pain and sorrow.
I
thought that's exactly why you keep that on your list. Same like Fireball.
Oh, I wish I had Fireball.
I mean, you could make more lasting pain with it.
It felt like longing to me. What of you? You were in the streets with us.
There was a familiarity of a time long ago.
She must be able to wield those magics that alter the mind.
Perhaps it has just made something in your soul long for something it does not remember.
More nonsense words.
She drugged me.
He's just sitting there going, Yeah, it's definitely some of those mind play tricks. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I can tell you definitively from what I know of her that mind-altering magics or whatever do not seem to be within something she'd be comfortable.
It's a very Fey thing.
She's Fey.
Yeah, he looks doubtful.
Been insistent that I'm Fey.
So it is strange to see the open grieving. We keep that, and he taps his chest. I should have not let it out.
Yeah, well, it is based on old Hexenreich concepts, and we do run the concept of if you keep it bottled too long, it overtakes you. Then they're no use to anybody.
Only if you're weak.
Yeah, I've seen some of the strongest fall to it. If you pile too many things on anything, it'll break.
He stands there for a few moments, looking at the both of you, or he just sort of glances back towards the edge of the ship and slowly turns and starts walking back over to it. And just leans against the rails.
Jack will nod slightly, go back to cleaning his armor.
I can't my damn tree now, you motherfuckers.
Gifton and Carrick.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm going to have explained to Carrick and Lynn during that. I'm just
Okay, so Gifton recaps what she went through.
Yeah.
Very emotionally. And Lynn sort of looks around the temple for she gestures towards the fallen angel. What do we...
I could try to do something, but I'm really worried about what it will do because of what he is.
What are you thinking of doing?
Well, I learned magic to pull people back from the dead. Then I don't know if that's safe to do on an archangel.
Lynn's mouth opens and closes a few times before...
I mean, it's not like he's got to worry about being disconnected from his heaven, right?
Arcana religion.
Give me... what's your best one? Are you both the same?
Arcana.
Arcana. I mean, give me Arcana. I'm going to be nice.
It's likely, though, that his soul's probably just suffused in the whole area and there wouldn't be anything to bring back.
28.
There's never been a situation where it's been possible to even try it. Normally the bodies burn up and the soul just goes... But technically the body's there and the essence is all around.
I do have the diamond dust, or the diamond for it, and I do have the spell prepared. I do have true res on me right now.
Let the DM look real quick.
It's never been.
There's always
right. No, there isn't always.
I mean, I'll hit the button.
Yes.
It's no longer than 200 years, so I don't know with this time stoppage.
Yeah. You don't know yourself. Do you want to bring it up?
Is that to me or to
Gifton? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to bring it up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to woe and wheel this shit, because that's something I still have.
Mm-hmm.
If I cast True Resurrection on this dead angel... Will it go poorly for me?
For us, please, for us, not just you.
For us, okay, for us.
Two of us are more likely to die from this.
Because here, I get augury.
Yeah.
I get augury for free.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's the first one.
First one.
Okay, so, you get that result of nothing.
Okay. so it might fail. I'm gonna look over at Lynn and Carrick and go, I'm gonna try and cast Truest Resurrection on this angel. And see what happens.
That only really affects the I was about to say recently dead. In my time span recent, but I don't know. He's had a stasis.
He's in a stasis spell this whole time, maybe. It's worth. I mean, if it's worth a try. If it fails, I lose some diamonds. If it works, I mean, like I look at it as I can try, right?
She just smiles and nods.
Out of character, if you do it, you're going, and it works. You're going to scare the living shit out of some gods.
I'm gonna scare the shit out of myself. Here it goes.
I'm gonna kind of move behind Graham.
Yeah.
I'm the weakest. Okay. I'm the weakest being in this room right now.
All right.
I guess the 200 years would be.
Please.
Yeah.
Please don't leave us alone. Please come back.
All right. There is a moment where you touch the body of the fallen angel and you do your spell work, sprinkling that diamond dust as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Damn it!
No!
I think the DM wants some time to think about if she wants this to happen.
Yeah.
DM needs some time to prep an archangel fight.
DM needs some time to prep.
With an ancient dragon.
DM needs some time to prep an unexpected turn. But yes, it seems like a fun stopping point to me.
The DM can always decide, I just lost a bunch of diamond dust because he's decided he's gone.
Or just flat longer than 200 years.
Yep.
The DM needs time to think, because I'm not going to say an outright no, I'm not going to say an outright yes, because it's an interesting conundrum you've just given me because of these specific circumstances.
I said the specific circumstances. Yeah. This is a stasis room. That's why I'm like, I have to try it right now because I don't think this will last, right?
Exactly.
So next session kicks off focusing on Corvus again, and then we go back to the airship.
And then...
just this weird little carousel we're doing.
Where we just...
I should actually want to ask Gibson about this. Didn't get a chance.
All right, we will do this same time next week. Everyone take the token 3000 XP.
XP! I think. Maybe ding.
I think I know. I'm pretty sure if I remember from last time, we did.
Okay, and we are going off air.